as we play some D&D.
Indeed. And welcome back, everyone,
Indeed.
Mm-hmm.
to this episode of our Forks and Fishbowls game. Um, Last time, you guys managed to kind of begin to fix the weird timeline issue. Jace and Primus began to combine their powers and uh, fix those shattered universes. And the rest of the party, with the help of some of the Modrons, came back to their original timeline with a little bit of a hiccup. They managed to find an apparent ally known as Bjorn and also an older ally, Diaz. You all made it back home through a mysterious message spell. You went to the mansion, the place where the Knights of the Valiant Order reside, and met with this mage, this person of some form of magical ability, who said that he wished to help you and resurrect your fallen comrade, Keggy. Didn't seem to wish for anything specific in return, except for your potential alliance in the future, maybe. Uh, Not 100% trusting this guy, but the resurrection did take place, and Keggy was brought back without anything of note changing. You all return to the ship, and that's where we will resume.
Don't forget the vision.
And the fighting over the glow shard of destiny.
Oh my god, that was great.
There was a bit of that as well, sorry.
The glowy shard of destiny?
The glow shard of destiny, of course.
Of all the times to not one initiative roll.
But like, you still got higher than all of us with a nat one.
Except Bjorn, who rolled one more higher than me.
The glowy shard of destiny.
The glow shard of destiny is obviously very important.
So, with the glow shard of destiny, as you call it, in your possession, what would you like to do now currently?
We're still up in New Cottage, right?
Yeah, the ship is currently afloat in the water at New Cottage.
Well, Anton's got to do some stuff in Ravenhold. Lyra's got to do some stuff in Silite. We're just kind of all over the place right now.
Yeah, we're a bit inconsistent on what we need to do.
Anybody else got to do some stuff anywhere? Add it to the list?
So what have we got on the list so far?
Well, my personal things I want to do is get some kind of passive income with the plans we stole from the elves.
Mm-hmm.
And then we have to, in Celite, do the thing with, I don't really know how to phrase it, but transitioning power.
Facilitate, yeah.
So it doesn't just fucking blow up in its face.
Just as a point, do I have all my stuff back as Keggy?
Yeah. Once I get the bits out of your bag of holding, you can have that back.
What bits did you get rid of or give to someone else? Because I have a feeling there was some sharing of things.
The only thing that I know that was taken out of the bag was the mask that Lyra has.
Yeah, that's true. The mask. I've only got 3 of the magic masks. That's all right. Someone gave one of my bloody giant port wines away. Yeah. Uh-huh.
And I added bits from Mechanus.
Okay, I'll add that onto my thing then.
Yet to be explained.
Yeah, you look in the bag of holding, Keggy, and there's just tons of cogs and gear pieces and There's loads of things in there.
A lot
I
of
have my
faint
bag of
yelling of "Don't
coining?
judge me."
You do not.
I think Lyra has that actually.
Either Lyra or Samuel still has it. Can't remember.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna go.
I think she got it from Samuel last session.
Okay.
Yeah, Lyra has the coins.
Okay.
After. Yeah, after having finished my conversation with Bjorn, I'm gonna go and try and grab the bag of coining from Lyra.
Okay. Since she's not currently here to have that conversation, we'll come back
We'll
to
sort
that.
that out later. Yeah, that's
Indeed.
fine. I'll message her and see what
Okie
she says.
dokie. So, what would everyone else be doing? Loki, Twain, Anton?
Organizing the bits in the workshop so that I can give the bag of holding back to my now not dead person.
Okay, cool. Twain?
Oh god. I'll help Anton go through bits because I have a lot of bits too. And then depending on how long that takes, I'm gonna go off on my own and try to contact the mini.
Those fucks.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not gonna tell you guys that I'm doing that. I'm just like help Anton with the bits for a little bit and be like, hey, yeah, I'm bored with this. I'll be back. And then I'll go off and try to talk to those buds.
Can I insight check her?
I'm oh, why? God damn it. Yeah, sure. I mean, I don't have any objection to that. Please be a nat one. Please be a nat one.
She's telling the truth. She is bored with it. But she roll a just roll a charisma check.
Oh, fuck.
Twain.
I can't beat that. I can't beat the 23.
I know. Just roll a charisma and we'll see how bad you roll. Okay.
Boy!
Ooh.
Yeah.
Well done.
She was telling the truth. She's bored of this.
Well, then what are you gonna do in the meantime? Like, come on.
I can rebuild my construct. I can mess around with other things I have, like this weird stone. I have a lot I can do. Busy
Hold on.
person.
What weird stone?
Oh my god. Seriously.
We don't trust you with stones. Come on.
I realize this, but like I've had this one for a while. I've had this one since before I had the other one.
Does it talk to you?
No.
Would you tell me if it talked to you?
I'd probably tell Lyra. And you can ask her. I haven't mentioned this one.
You haven't told her about that stone?
I mean,
Why are you keeping that stone a secret, huh?
I'm just gonna walk away.
Okay.
I've got my eye on you!
Yeah, I'm just gonna walk away.
Okay. Sure. So you're in your workshop then, or are you going somewhere else?
Well, Anton's in there going through bits right now, isn't he?
Currently, I suppose. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I'm just fucking with you.
I'll chill out in the armory and try to talk to the mini, or
Okay.
at least try to contact them.
Cool. So you pull out the mask. You hold it in your hand. After a few moments, that kind of astral kind of form appears. Kind of
With astral wings.
Indeed. No, there's no wings. Just this kind of like flickering form magically appear before you.
We've taken care of Safar. How are things on your end? We
are aware that you have defeated Zafar. it appears that the elves have sent some people to replace him in the rule over their cities in this land.
Do you
Hopefully,
know anything about him?
well, apparently they do not share the same, let's say, ideals as Zafar.
All right. Well, that's good. Can you do me a favor?
What is the favour?
I would love for you to check up and just see what you can find out about an organization for me. I don't know the name. I their symbol is like this, and I'll like quickly draw out, the symbol from the dude that revived Kegs,
Okay.
and I'm just gonna kind of give it to him and just like see
Okay.
what would you want in return for this information? What are your fees? What's your deal?
We ask for no fee. I will have a look at it and see if I can work it out for you. The form kind of looks down. It doesn't quite attempt to pick up the piece of parchment. It just kind of stares almost vacant at it and then looks back up to you. It appears that no one knows of this symbol.
Okay. Can you keep an eye out for it? And just let me know if you find anything.
We will do this indeed.
All right, and just kind of general, if you don't mind, general updates on how the elves are handling themselves, and just kind of politics of that part of the world as well, if you don't mind.
We will contact you with updates when there are some to make. For now, we will bid adieu. And you
Of
see the
course,
form
thank you.
just flicker out and the mask just fall down to the ground.
I'll just pick up the mask and then go about my merry way. I guess I will start fixing my construct.
Okay.
So useless.
You know what? It is good cannon fodder, and I can ride it if I get tired.
Even though it can't fly.
So, as you kind of sit there with your construct, you kind of think about the gem and it's kind of what it could be used for. You think that again, it could be used kind of in the heart of a construct. Again, you're not 100% sure what the result would be. It's kind of one of those, not necessarily trial or error, but it's more of a find out what the result will be. But it's definitely more powerful than the one already in the construct now. More or less double, but you're not 100% sure what it'll do.
Okay.
Again, you could use it for a thunder cannon. So it would more or less be what your thunder cannon is. Like an actual thunder cannon, but more or less twice as good.
Okay.
Or you could use it as an actual arcane focus, but a more powerful version, which will give you some form of benefit. Again, you're not 100% sure what it'll do, but it's one of those things where you'll have to build the thing and find out what it does.
Okay. I will start on constructing a thunder cannon with it then.
Okay. So you've already got like 3 thunder cannons, I think.
Okay, let me tell you what I have, because I know I have more. I have that and then some. Because I have my old thunder cannon, I have Tarquin's thunder cannon, I have the thunder cannon they took from the arcane factory. I also have bits that I got from my house. So I have bits of that thunder cannon. I have bits I could build a million thunder cannons with the amount of bits I have, just from assorted things. I have a lot of stuff.
Okay. So with all of that considered, I'm going to need you to roll me 3 tinkering checks, please.
Okay, let's do this. And this is with the dexterity, right?
Yeah.
You got this.
Wow. Okay.
God damn,
Not as
girl.
great. Not as great.
Not as great, but you do have so many bits that you were able to basically get the first half of it done within basically an hour or so. Then you kind of get the kind of back part done, and then you stop for lunch, finish your lunch, come back, build the housing for the actual arcane focus. You're feeling a bit sloppy after lunch, so you kind of just one of the housing is not as tight, so you spend about another hour trying to fix that bit. Then you actually get the gem to sit in nice and tight, and you finish your thunder cannon with not as quick as you could have done, but you managed to complete your thunder cannon. So I will link you the stats of those in a moment.
Okay. Well, I come up with a clever name for this.
Go for it, because it is your thunder cannon.
Yeah, it's finally mine.
Shock and awe.
Oh, I.
So, meanwhile, what's everyone else doing? Twain's just spent like most of the day in her room, or the kind of armory and the workshop.
Once finished in the workshop, we're organizing bits. Check on Selden and Fabus for the stuff, which I already asked you about. And then that's pretty much it for me.
Okay.
Trying to get everyone on the way to either Solitaire or Ravenhold.
So Andrew kind of looks over to you and says, where will it be? Ravenhold or Sellotape?
Ravenhold for now, unless something changes.
Okay. Well, it's not exactly on the way, but I suppose it's a bit closer, so no problem. I'll get you there.
Sorry, I'm looking up names for like weapons, and one of them was just Daddy,
Daddy.
and I died.
When you have a misfire, is it a daddy issue?
Yes.
That is.
Guys, I'm having daddy issues.
Or a miss, which she'll have lots of daddy issues.
As if she doesn't already.
Telling. Loki is currently treeifying his.
Okay.
He cast that spell at the end of the last session.
Indeed, you did.
Fucking trees everywhere.
Well, he started with just one tree, and then it just vines and moss and everything, until just the room looks a little bit like the inside of a tree and forest around it. But once that's done, he'll probably just walk himself out very happily. Now he's got a little bit of space to himself. For himself, he'll probably go up to the top because he kind of is intrigued by Raina.
Okay, so
He saw her from afar before, not like the other big cats that he's seen.
It's got a minute.
okay.
He probably just spend like a little while just like observing her, trying to figure out what she is, and like probably might like I don't know. Does he have any left? I have one left, so he probably would just wait and see. Because does this count as like a short rest?
Yes, this is basically downtime, so you can, yeah.
So before the official short rest, I will try turning into a saber-toothed tiger.
Okay.
A wild shape, just like trying to copy her.
What's her challenge rating? I'm sure you can.
Because it's half my druid level.
Yeah, sure.
What is saber-toothed tiger? Challenge rating.
I think it's hang on. I think here it is. It is Where's my monster manual?
Saber-tooth tiger
You got it?
is
Okay.
challenge rating 2,
Yeah.
so comfortably.
Easy.
Nice. So that gives him a new thing to change into, which is fun. Because we need to come up with some other things that he probably would be able to transform into, like the things that he might have seen, because at the moment it's interesting. Oh yeah, sorry, I just remember seeing some of the weird monsters that there are in the monsters menu. Are we going to start flying?
Yeah, you're currently already
At this
flying
point.
to Ravenhold.
Okay.
So, but it's like about a day journey, I think.
Mm-hmm.
About a day. So, we'll skip ahead to pretty much when you touch down at Ravenhold. Unless there's anything you would like to do in the meantime, anything pressing.
I'll just play around with the gem while we're moving.
Okay.
Actually, Keggy would need to go see Twain.
Okay, so Anton playing around with the gem. You will notice you're currently floating in the air, getting further away.
Alright.
Cool. And Keggy approaching Twain.
Twain?
Oh, hey. Hey, you.
You have something of mine, if I'm not mistaken.
I might. What specifically are you looking for?
My ring?
Okay. Yeah, I have that. I have the ring I made for you.
Can I have it back?
Yeah, just real quick, how are you feeling? You feeling better? You not feeling weird at all?
No, not weird. Just a little bit confused. It's quite weird coming back from the dead.
Did
You
you... No, continue talking, sorry.
You don't really remember very much. I don't remember anything, which is a little bit concerning.
Really, you don't?
No,
Huh.
I didn't.
Well, do you remember... You obviously remember who you were before, because, you know, we're not having to deal with you not remembering things, but...
Yeah.
Did you know the person that helped us, that brought you back? Did you know him?
No. I don't even know what he looked like by the time I realized what was going on. He seemed to have already been gone.
Yeah, he made a real quick exit, didn't he?
He did.
When did you... No, sorry, I keep interrupting you. God.
No, it's okay. There's lots of questions and lots of things that should be said, I feel, but...
Lots of questions. So many questions, Kegaroth. You have no idea.
I'm a little bit concerned, I must admit. The level of power that it takes to do these things is quite rare.
Mm-hmm. It is. It really is.
Nothing that usually happens like this doesn't come at a price. Normally, when a warrior is reawoken, they're done so for a very particular task that only they could really help out with. But it seems the person who brought me back didn't do so for any particular reason.
Yeah, he was definitely a shady character, you know? You can't really be sure of anything he does, can you?
No.
We seem to have similar concerns about the situation, then honestly, it's nice to see you again.
It's
But
nice to see you.
But while our concerns are similar, we deviate a little. You're concerned about why you were brought back. I'm more concerned about how. Like you said, this power doesn't come without a cost, a great personal cost to both the one using it and the people receiving it. Forgive me for doubting you. I'm a little worried about any affiliations that you might have after that ritual, or lack of a ritual.
In all honesty, I don't feel any different than I did, but for a few dreadful memories.
Yeah.
I might go see Thomas for a little while and see what he has to say. You can feel anything.
Yeah, you should go talk to Thomas and see what he says.
I might need to find Anton first, though.
Yeah, he's downstairs. He's going through the stuff we got in Mechanus.
Stuff in Mechanus?
We went to Mechanus without you.
Aw, no fun.
I mean, you already went.
Yeah, I know, but it was a very short trip.
Yeah, I mean, that brings up another issue. So I doubt that you know what these are, but like in Mechanus, or like just in existence, I suppose, there are these creatures called Secundii. Secundus is the singular. I don't actually know the plural. But they're apparently the judges of Mechanus, but there was a rogue one. I mean, obviously you don't know anything about that. I'm just keeping you updated on the situation. So that's a thing we should be concerned about. And Jace's counterpart is still running amok, even though Jace is doing some weird time shit to maybe fix things. Lots of weird magic shenanigans are happening since you've been gone. We also went to the future. Like, you may have only been gone 3 days, but you missed a little bit.
It seems so.
Yeah. We can catch up later, though. Go talk to Anton.
So much confusion. My head hurts.
Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot.
And I'll walk off and try and find Anton.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you walk off and try and find Anton, following Twain's advice, going down the stairs.
Anton?
You just hear a crash inside the armory. God damn these gears!
I can come back.
Huh? What?
I was hoping to have a word.
Oh, yeah, just give me a minute. You just hear more crashing.
That does not sound good.
The door opens up, gears spill out onto the hallway.
Are you alright in there?
Oh, yeah, just peachy. Hi, what's up?
I needed to talk to you.
Okay.
I wanted to say sorry.
For what?
Down in that tunnel. I nearly killed you.
Keggy, if anyone's sorry here, it's me. I actually killed you.
But you did what you needed to do in that moment. I wasn't. I remember being in the darkness. The light that was guiding me completely went out. And that was the last thing I remember. And then...
You know, yeah, that was Lyra's fault.
And then the next thing I knew was my last breath was being drawn, was seeing you on the floor. In that moment, I realized I had done a horrible thing. That is why I'm sorry.
How about we call it a draw, got a mean swing, but not enough to keep me down.
I knew it wouldn't be.
You hit really hard, by the way. Holy shit.
Yeah. I'm not as much sorry as for hurting you as I am for making you have to do what you did. I've hurt plenty of people, but I've never made one of my friends have to kill me before. I can't imagine what that would have been like.
It's part of the reason why I just needed to have you back without anybody else being on the receiving end of what's going to come.
I have come to learn that she was the one that shook the hand with the man who brought me back.
Yeah, it's mostly a kind of a guilt thing.
Hmm.
Kind of working through that a little bit.
Well, guilt or no guilt, if he does come calling for you to pay your debt, you won't be the one that'll be dishing out the payment, I can promise you that. It's the way it works. When a knight is brought back, they are brought back with a purpose. And when my purpose becomes clear, it will not be you that will have to be paying it.
As long as we don't have to pay it alone.
Very well. Now, what on earth are we doing?
Well, I have some patterns we got from the factory that might be good for Ravenhold to, get them up to speed with, everything. So I was thinking we could do that. And then, since our boat can only hold so many people and we just happen to keep finding people everywhere, maybe get a bigger place for everybody. Just kind of thinking the fort that got more or less destroyed.
Oh, by the weird walking things.
Yeah. That I still didn't get to fight. Damn it.
You missed out on a real interesting one there.
Yeah. It's not every day you see some kind of giant walking thing.
No, that's true. Very well. Did you have in mind anyone in particular to help look after this castle? We are able to take over it.
Not offhand. I was thinking maybe someone from the crew that doesn't always want to go out.
What about those two? Do we need those on the boat all the time?
It'd probably be safer if they weren't always here, but...
Considering what they do seem to be doing is making a big project for you.
Not a big one, but a small one.
But having them in one place with a lot of resources is probably a lot smarter than on a boat.
Yeah.
Would that be okay with you two?
You see Selden turn and say, "Ah, yes, a nice comfy fort. That'll be a lot nicer than this ship."
You'll have a bed, I imagine. Oh, they'll have a bed and they'll have a probably larger workshop than this one.
Sounds lovely.
We would need you to look after it a little bit if you were to there. Obviously not on your own. We would arrange other people, but you would be a representative of our ship.
We will, yes, of course.
Good. We will sort about that when we get back. How long will it take, do you know? Your business in Ravenhold.
Few hours. A day at the most.
Huh. Okay. Well, we'll set a day aside and that should be perfect. Give us a chance to speak to the commander of the of Ravenhold. I believe they were the ones that we left in charge, right?
Yep. Amongst the rest of the chaos before we did a whole bunch of stuff in 4 days.
What do you think of the new people?
Which new people?
Well, the weird red one and the bearded dwarf.
So the pyromaniac and the drunk is what you're saying.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay, well, the red one likes fire, like probably more than any single person should, and the other one drinks way too much.
Good people.
Yeah, more or less. I don't really think the red one's been around anybody much ever. So he's kind of like you in a way.
Kind of like me.
Well, you in technology.
Yeah. No, I can see that. I don't exactly know about technology, but
Then he doesn't know about people, so see, look, you guys are the same.
Huh.
In a different way. But,
very
seems
well.
alright. Nice guy.
Okay. I hadn't thought about that, but
Haven't really seen the one that drinks a lot, Bjorn. I haven't seen him really much in a fight, so can't really give you too much air.
I'm sure there'll be plenty of opportunity knowing us.
That's the only true thing I've heard today so far.
Very well. Well, I don't believe it'll be too long before we're in Ravenhold, so prepare what you need.
Already on it.
Perfect.
Kind
And
of just
I
like
walk
kicks
away.
the gears back into the room, like, come on, damn it. Mitchums?
Oh, sorry, I accidentally muted myself then. As you do. So, you all continue your flight over to Ravenhold. It takes you about a day. Evening comes. You all make your way to bed after completing the tasks that you had set yourselves. Anton, as you lay there next to Lyra, you kind of fall into a nice deep sleep, and then you start dreaming. You see this very dark room, and as you look in, you see a small glow. The small glow is the only light source in this room. The glow slowly pulses, and with every pulse it slowly reveals more of the interior. After a few pulses, you're able to see that you're in some form of a workshop. You're able to essentially take a few steps forward, and in doing so you can see the interior of this workshop, and the light has got to a level now where it's no longer getting any brighter, but it's bright enough to see there is many tools all around you. There is pretty much every tool you've ever seen, and probably some that you haven't seen. And sat at the kind of table directly in front of you is a figure, but the figure, it's basically a, it looks male, rather kind of large, kind of grey hair, brown kind of shirt. Just kind of not really responding to your presence. And the dream ends after that. It just naturally fades back into your kind of ambient sleep.
Alright.
After a few hours, you arrive at Ravenhold. What would you like to do, guys? Some of this ominous music. I literally don't have any non-ominous music. I'm trying to find someone. It's just
You
all
have
ominous.
one non-anonymous song.
I do. I can't find it.
It is.
Oh yeah, that one. No, I can't play that.
You can. It's just whether you should or not is the
You
question.
won't.
No. So.
You bum.
Is that a Jamie?
Hi
No.
guys, what's up?
Hi.
Hello, Jamie.
Hey.
Hi. How are you?
Shedding a lot of hair right now, actually. I don't know what's going on. Check me up.
Wow, Joe. Wow.
You just woke up in Ravenhold.
Okay.
After a wonderful night's rest.
Yeah, totally. Not creepy at all.
Yeah. Nothing happened there at all.
Okay.
Kegs asked for his ring back.
Kegs had a dad talk with everybody, kind of.
Kinda.
Mini talk, mini dad talk.
Maybe that talk.
He forgot about the ring as well. But he's remembered this morning, so he is going to come and try and find you and grab it off.
Okay.
Wayne, I need the ring.
Mitch,
I could be a
are we
real
just
dick
gonna
right
not-
now.
Are we just gonna just not do the thing
What
that we
thing?
keep forgetting about?
Oh, that. That was a thing. Yeah. So. Yeah. Yeah. We'll skip it. We'll just retcon it and say that you've already gone through that, and yeah, because
It's just not an issue.
we've missed too many nights now for it to be a thing.
Or you could just sneak it in whenever you feel like being a jerk.
I could do that. Yeah. Okay. We'll do that.
Oh yeah, can't
Question
take
mark?
for that.
You'll find out.
I will go on and prep for that though. Just for whenever it happens.
Do you give him his ring back?
Does he have to kill you for it?
This is part of my feelings. These are part of the many feelings I have about the situation. And it's just... Oh, yeah, sorry, I must have forgotten. Let me see if I can find it, and I'm just gonna kind of rummage through my bag for a little bit. And just how'd you sleep? Did you sleep alright?
Yeah.
Is Raina happy to see you?
Yeah, just gave me a big old saber-tooth hug and
That's
gave me nice
adorable.
and warm. Yeah, it was great.
That's so cute. Raina's adorable. Oh, did you meet Opal? He's new. I don't know if it's a he or not. Do you want me to go introduce you to Opal?
No, I have something that I need to do in town, but I could really do with my ring first.
You could, couldn't you? Well, oh God, I just can't find it. And I'm gonna make it invisible as I'm like digging through the bag of holding.
I would like to insight check that one.
Yeah, that's fair.
I'm going to lose at this as well.
Remember? Yep. Oh God, I just, it may. I'll keep an eye out for it. It's probably in the bag somewhere. And hey, worst comes to worst, make you a new one free of charge.
Oh, okay.
But if you do like hear any voices in your head or anything, just let me know, okay?
I just need it. Like, I'm pretty strong, but
No, I
that
understand.
sort of stuff's pretty much my weakness.
No, I get that. It just like, no, I understand that, and we can take care of you, after we figure out what's going on.
Right.
I just while I'm busy making a new one and looking for this one, just give me a couple of days to let me know if you feel anything weird or if anyone's talking to you or like trying to take you over, okay?
Okay.
Alright, thanks. And I'll kind of like, I guess, pat him on the calf and walk away.
Okay.
Can I get a quick summation of Keggy's dad talk?
Which one?
Yeah,
The
pretty
one
much.
that I missed.
Both.
So both of them.
Oh, he did too? Okay.
Nah, they were
Yeah.
small. They were very small.
Just summarize real quick.
Do you want to summarize Twain and Anton?
Yep. Mine was him sorry for for almost killing me, and I was sorry for killing him, and we really metaphorically hugged it out, but not really.
You didn't actually hug it out?
No.
Okay.
Anton's too repressive to do that.
Yeah, he is. Was anyone in the room when that happened?
Selden and Fabian.
Yeah, Phoebus.
Phoebus and Selden.
And the rabbit.
And the rabbit.
Tittles!
I love that rabbit. The only rabbit I like. Okay.
Oh, just out of
Filing
interest,
that away.
where was the where was we having the conversation? You choose, Twain.
Well, I was just kind of chilling out in the armory working on my thunder cannon.
Mm-hmm.
So I suppose it would have happened in there.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Just checking.
Yeah. But our dad talk was essentially Kegs asked for his ring back, and I masterfully distracted him so he would
I was
forget
there
about
for
it and
that
go
one.
talk to Anton.
Oh, then I was not there for that one.
Yeah.
Okay, so landing in at Ravenhold, what would you guys like to do?
Gather the plans.
Have we just-
and head to the Artificers Guild.
Have we just woken up? I'm sorry.
Yeah, you've more or less just woken up. It's currently, say, 10 o'clock.
Sleeping in like bosses.
Haven't done this in a while. Whatever, I'm just gonna spring this, jumping in the game. I'll get up. And I'll kind of I'm assuming Anton is also awake.
Oh yeah. He's got shit to do.
Yeah. So while he's milling around the room. So, how you feeling?
About what?
This whole Keggy thing?
Oh, great. Just not better than I was. Just not. I guess not bad.
Have you guys talked?
Yeah. He came and talked to me last night.
Oh, good. Actually, that's a relief. I was actually gonna say you should go talk to him, but Keggy took the initiative.
Yeah, my initiative isn't so great with that stuff.
No, and that leads into my second point.
Second point?
Yeah, the second point is you've really got to work on that.
Yeah. I'm trying. Yeah.
I know. But man, if you want any of the plans we've talked about, and I know you probably have come up with more in the 5 minutes you've been awake. If you want any of them to work, you gotta trust us.
I trust you guys.
Do you?
Yeah. I haven't shot anybody recently except Twain.
It's okay. That's the third point. Stop.
That was not
Please
my
stop.
fault.
I understand. I can make an exception for compulsion via
I think
spell.
maybe 12% my problem.
Just like I said, I can make an exception if it's a compulsion under a spell or something like that. But just, oh my god, you two stressed me out.
Hey, we are fine. We actually worked together for a little bit yesterday, and you missed it.
This is why I need someone to just take notes for me, so I can watch miracles like that take place.
That's probably about what that is. Yeah.
Yeah. But come on. Like I said, you gotta talk to us about these things. I mean, you talk to me about them, which is really cool, and I like watching your brain work. But
Oh, hey, we might get a fort
Huh.
today. Is that okay?
what?
We might become owners of a fort. I'm not really
When
sure.
did that idea happen?
Last night.
Oh, okay. See? Stuff like this. This is cool.
All right. Also, the
I mean, it's
gnomes
not.
are gonna probably kind of run it. So yeah.
Okay. I mean, this isn't exactly what I had in mind, but you know, this is really a step in the right direction. That's awesome.
So you want to go with or no? Like, should I wait for you or?
No, let me get dressed. Yeah.
I just plop down on a seat and just mill my fingers.
Okay.
Knock, 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 knock.
One sec.
Lyra.
Hold up, Kegs.
Come on in, buddy.
Please wait. Please wait. Please wait.
Okay.
1 minute later, I actually have, like, not my pajamas on. And I'm not mid-change.
Okay, now
Okay,
you can come in,
okay.
Keggy.
Lyra,
Yeah?
could I have my bag of coin back, please?
I've gotten very attached to it. You can have the rest of your stuff back.
I've got the rest of my stuff back.
Oh, just give him the bag back.
I like the bag of coin. It's full of money.
Yeah, I know. We might need it
Yeah, I know.
soon.
And I will give it to you when you do.
Are you
I
gonna
have
come with
enough
us?
on me. It's okay. Just
I plan on going to meet with the general if that's what you're asking.
Yeah, that's what I was
probably
asking.
gonna go there too.
Yeah. I was thinking we could bring the pyro with us.
I'm not really
Like
sure
it?
confined spaces are his speed, but okay.
I don't trust him on the boat. It's made of wood.
I said the same thing.
He's turned it into like a room full of plants. It's actually really peaceful.
I believe that when I see it.
Well, go look. He's right there. Just don't go. I need you guys to stop shit talking the most precious person I think I have ever encountered, except for Twain.
So that I'm just completely off that list then, or something, or what?
You have
Oh,
your own
come on,
special
guys.
list. You have your own special list.
There are
And
lots of
precious
things that
really
could be
isn't.
described to you.
Precious really isn't something I would describe to you. Have you ever been called precious?
No?
Come on now, you're a lot of things, but you're not precious.
Fair enough.
So can I have the bag of coining?
Fine.
Can I have your bag of holding too? Throw that at him.
Ooh. Things. Where's my
And
sword?
I don't have it.
Is it in the bag?
I don't know. I'm not a sword person.
Did you put it in the bag? Hands
I
on.
think it's in your room.
Oh, okay. Is it in my room?
I don't think we ever really said anything about putting it somewhere, so I would say yeah.
Yeah, you've got your sword.
Cool. Got all of my stuff back. Except for my
Oh,
ring.
don't forget that fancy hammer that we got you that you didn't
Oh,
want to
no,
use.
I
Selfish
haven't forgotten.
Yeah,
butthole.
Hey,
Yeah,
it's right here.
We're very proud of that hammer.
I don't even know what it
Oh,
does.
Keg! Did we give, Mitch, did we ever give Keggy the rage plate?
No, you did not.
Keggy,
For what?
Keggy, I got a present for you.
Mm-hmm.
And I will take the rage plate out and be like, this is a gift for you from the future.
For what?
It's fancy.
It's super fancy.
Please see one rage plate.
Ooh. Ooh, piece of candy.
Ooh.
And Lyra actually is gonna reappear. Well, no, I'll keep the gown on, but I'll make it look like casual clothing.
Okay.
Ah. Okay, so what would that work out? So it's hide armor. Mm.
So it's a little bit more AC, basically.
I'm trying to work this out because he doesn't wear armor at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
Carry on, I'll work this out. Fine.
So
Okay.
Artificers. Yep. Question mark.
Okay, Anton, so over to the artificers then, yeah?
Yep.
Okay. So you make your way over to Northumberland Hall. No, nothing really specific happens. Still quite a few damaged buildings throughout the city, but there's a lot of repair going on. You get to the actual estate. There's a few nicely dressed people kind of walking out as you make your way inside. You get to the kind of welcome desk, as it were. There's a kind of receptionist there. She kind of smiles and says, "Oh, hello. How may I help you today?"
What is your guys' policy on what am I trying to say here? Branding or
Patents.
yeah, that one. Patenting ideas.
Well, first we have to check with any patents that we have in our collection. That way, there's no duplicate issues and such. If it's all clear, then you'll get a bit of money up front, and then you'll get commission in the future.
Okay. Well, I have a few that I would like to have you guys look at.
Oh, right. Let's have a look then.
I'm gonna put the one for the pistol, rifle, combat glue, the airship, the Tesla coils, the fridge, the toilet, and the steam engine.
Okay, so oh my, so that's quite a collection you've got here. Wow, just kind of looks through.
Essentially all of them but the power suit and the Brahmastra.
Yeah, I figured that. Yes, wow. Okay. This does look interesting. I'll just have to run this back. I'll just be a moment. And she kind of runs to the. She runs off to the side. You see a door that she kind of gets a key ring out and starts fiddling to find the right key. Opens the door and runs through. Anton, you've been here before. You know, there's through there is a big vault where there are patents. About 10 or so minutes later, she does return with what seems to be some kind of big, thick ledger. She kind of plonks it down on the desk with a bit of a thud and starts to kind of flick through the pages. Right, it doesn't seem like any of these are actually in here, so it seems like you might be in luck.
Well, I am the designer.
Keggy, come on here.
Kegs.
What?
There's many things you can do. Technology isn't one of them.
Shut up, let him have
Doesn't
this.
know that.
Look at you, though. Like,
I find that very offensive.
you're welcome to take as much offense to it as you'd like. You're no artificer.
Let him have this. Come on.
I'm not gonna let him have this. This is like very important technology.
You've
Yeah,
got
at
a
least
means
with the
inside
steam
your
engine.
eyes.
Everything.
I don't know what to say. I just don't
Guys,
want him to take.
I will make a very valid point that without Keggy, we would not have been able to steal these patents.
I'm sorry, did you say steal these?
No,
I did
hold on.
not.
Design. I designed them.
Oh my-
I'm gonna need a deception check.
You know what?
Somebody's
Guidance.
gonna have to
I
roll
cast
that one.
guidance on him.
On
And did you
wait,
ever get my whisper mitch?
Okay, so who's
no, I
rolling
did
this
not.
deception here?
That would be, I think, well, just a
Whoever it is, I'm giving them guidance.
a keggy deception.
Oh God, please roll good.
Oh, that's not. Yeah, that is Keggy. That is Keggy.
And then
Okay.
add a d4 to that.
Okay. 18.
18. That's good.
That's not bad. Let's see what her insight's gonna be.
He just fucking destroys you with insight.
Let's give her 1. Okay.
Okay, I had a little bit of help.
I see. Well,
Yeah,
we do take plagiarism very seriously here.
Oh, of course, so do I.
It's a joint effort, but we're trying to give sole credit to one person and make sharing the money a lot easier.
Logistics. We all know who the brain behind this thing is.
This big guy, bigger,
Mm-hmm. Big
bigger the
head.
body, the bigger the brain.
I slowly die inside.
I slowly interpose myself. So, what are we gonna do here?
Well, it seems fine. As long as you're aware that we do take our guidelines very serious. We can't afford any kind of copyright issue, as it were.
Oh, I guarantee those are the only ones in existence.
And as long as you came up with them, that's the worry, you see.
Yes.
Okay. Well, as long as that is the case, then we can make a deal. Now, let me just have a look. How many are there here? She counts them. There's 5, correct?
Gonna make sure of just a moment. Hold on.
I think there's 12, no, there's 7. Can't remember.
There's 9 total.
9. I knew it was an odd number. Okay, cool. So. So, for the base price of these, I can give you I can give you 90,000 gold pieces.
Okay.
Hold on, what are we doing here?
And
But-
in terms of the commission,
But you need to sign to make sure that these are actually your work. And if anything comes up in the future, you'll be held liable.
where do I sign?
She kind of just opens the book again.
I'll just sign frantically.
Okay.
Hold on. Mm-hmm.
As you sign, what do you write?
My name.
Okay, your actual name.
Yep.
You see the ink of the quill that you use glow a very dark red color.
That doesn't look right.
Oh no, I'm nervous.
Yeah.
as the book closes, she puts it down on the table. So, well, thank you. These are wonderful collections. We'll begin working on them soon, I imagine. Our artificers and such will love them. We'll get those over to the vault. Anyway, your gold, that'll be with you shortly. If you take this note and run it over to the bank, you can sort that out. And she just writes a quick note on a piece of parchment, puts it in an envelope and puts the seal from the hall. Is there anything else I can do for you today?
No, thank you. I will be back with more, hopefully, in the future.
Well, I'm excited to see more of your creations.
And I walk away.
Okay.
I walk with him. I'm
Come on, Brains.
Yep. I'm gonna put my arm around Anton and just kind of lean down. Hey, sweetheart, I know you're having a great time and we just made a shit ton of money, but no more contracts or deals for you for a little while, okay?
What?
Like, that's, I think, your third deal in like 3 days. I think you're done for a while.
This really feels like...
I actually only have one more I have to make.
What the hell?
It's the fort!
Communicate. What's going on? Is it the land?
Yeah, kinda. The land, the fort. Yeah.
That one's fine. After that, you're done. You're grounded.
It's not fair. He gets to make all these deals. You guys won't even let me touch weird gems anymore.
I tried to get you to do it.
This is so much better than touching a gem.
It's just the principle of the matter. Just not making a comment on it, just pointing out stuff that's happening. Not commenting on it at all, just pointing it out.
You know, I don't want to put this out in... Nope, not going there right now. Nope. This is not a group conversation.
Just gonna also go with Keggy towards the barracks.
Okay.
Yeah,
I guess
just gonna walk.
it's a group outing.
Okay, so all of you walk up to the barracks.
I've met with the good dude before. What's his name? The guy that took over after Thingy's head got blown off.
I don't think we were ever given a name.
You didn't meet the new guy, I don't think.
I'm fairly sure.
No.
I think we did. I think I did. When we talked about giving with Nox, when we gave the AT-AT that we stole to them.
Oh yeah, I would have to look when I get home. I don't know.
Do I not have it? I swear I had it written. I don't know. Sorry, Mitch. I thought I had it. But
That's right.
to prove that I did.
I actually don't remember what his name is either. I apologise.
That's right. You've had to remember quite a lot. You can just call him New Commander or whatever
Yeah,
title.
that's cool. So you do meet up with the new one. I do believe he was French, I believe, because I know the old one wasn't French, and that was his old backstory. So I believe this one was French. So you meet with him. Hello, can I help you?
Hello?
I believe you were the group that helped defeat the elves, correct?
Technically, I was dead. That was them.
Well, nevertheless,
Yeah,
I
that was
must.
Technicalities. You know,
Nevertheless,
good
I must
now.
congratulate all of you. Well, since you're back from the dead, that's a feat not in of itself.
Yeah, we're trying to figure that one out still. So
Yeah, work in progress.
Just that one we just kind of are dealing with as it goes.
We came here because we had a feeling that we could help each other.
And how would we help each other?
Well, you have just fought this war, right?
I'm sorry. Could you say that one more time?
You have just been in the process of fighting a very arduous war.
Indeed, this war was quite unexpected, and it was a great toll.
One of the most heavily hit areas is your fort.
Yes, it was devastating.
It needs a lot of help picking itself back up, getting it back to a strong state position and a strong military position.
Indeed, yes. It is quite a important location for us and most of our assets.
And you could probably do with someone or some ones looking around at the rest of the group. Take it over and look after it for you. Bring it back to its full capacity.
So you wish to take over the fort? Is that what you're asking?
We would like to offer our services to take over governance of the fort. We will build it up with your assistance and your compliance. Make it our own, make it strong, make it very defensible. And say another attack comes, we will help you aid just as a strong ally.
And this is the wish of the whole group, is this?
Yes, sir.
I don't know.
Well, interesting. I'm not the one to hand out the deeds or any other kind of documents for this, but I can actually recommend you. I can give you a notification to pass on to the kind of high ups and say that having worked with Anton before and knowing the great work that you have done to save our city, that you definitely should be allowed one anyway. So I will write this letter for you.
Who is the current governor?
That is, it's a landlord. You see, I don't quite know the names of all of the kind of owners of these lands. If you go to the kind of financial area, there is kind of an office, and you can just ask there. It's downtown.
Very well.
I wait for the letter.
He begins writing it out now. Sorry.
I will pull Loki kind of to the back of the room and just very quietly. Are you? What's your holdout?
I don't really understand what's going on. I don't know what we're talking about, to be honest. What's a fort?
You know the castle back in Celite?
Oh, yeah.
Like that, but a lot smaller.
Oh.
Like, not as many rooms. There isn't a throne room or anything like that. Nobody's going to be sitting on a throne. And people are going to be living around it. So kind of the same basic principle. And we're going to be trying to help these people get back on their feet.
Right. And how are we going to...
We're going to rebuild it. It was really, really badly damaged in a fight. So we're going to be rebuilding it, and people are going to be able to live there again, and hopefully we can turn it back into some farmland or pasture land, something.
Are there trees around?
Pretty close. It kind of borders on a desert.
Oh.
But if you want to make trees, you can.
I'm quite good at making trees.
Yeah.
I've been doing it for quite a while.
Yeah.
I think I'd quite like that.
Okay.
As you finish your conversation, the general turns with a signed letter. This letter should be all the proof you need. It should go far. Take this to the people.
Thank you.
No problem. Thank you for all your hard work. You deserve this. You really saved the day.
You are more than welcome.
He smiles. Does a little bit of a kind of military bow, almost.
May justice and valor go with. And I walk out.
Like, take my stuff.
Okay. Anything else in Ravenhold? Are you going to go to find the accountant people?
Gonna go to the bank first and then the account people.
Okay. So, funnily enough, they're all kind of in the same kind of district, around about here-ish. Going to the bank. It's not a huge bank, but you do manage okay. They have enough kind of money coming in, even with all the destruction from the human homeland, to kind of support the reconstruction here and in Fort Lestract, and enough to kind of keep the supplies up. So they can kind of afford to donate this large sum, especially with some important kind of trades that you made. Anything else you'd like to do while you're in there?
I'm gonna lean over to Anton. Should we deposit the cash?
Why? It doesn't have any value here.
Yeah, but I don't like carrying around just ridiculous amounts of paper.
Like,
And that's
what
coming
would they-
from me.
What would they do with it? That's not even been invented yet.
I don't know. Maybe they can, like, use it for practice counting?
That makes no sense.
Well, neither does carrying it around.
Why are you carrying it around?
I don't know what to do with it.
Burn it?
That makes less sense, but I'll come up with something.
Okay. Loki, you approach the counter, and you see this kind of human male. He's just there like, hello, can I help you?
I have lots of these. And he pulls out all the coins that he has and puts them out on the table. I have been told that they are money.
Oh, yes, these are money, yes.
I have been told that they are used to buy things.
Indeed, you can buy many things with these, sir.
I like having a lot of them, but I've been told that I can trade some of these not so shiny ones for really shiny ones.
You can certainly do that.
Right. And can I transfer them into these things and pull out some of the gems?
Mm-hmm. You'd like some more gems, or would you like to turn the gems into coins?
Well, I would like the coins into the shiny things.
Oh, I can. Okay. You most certainly can buy some gems.
I've been told that these are the nicest. I see the shiny white ones, the platinum.
Mm-hmm.
Can I get a lot of things in these ones, because they're the coolest, and these ones, the gold ones. Can I have lots of these and lots of these, please?
Of course you may. Let's have a look. So many. How much are you going to spend? Sorry, so all of it. Or...
I'm going to basically turn my copper and silver coins roughly into some gold and platinum.
Just check how much you got. So how much do you have to spend? So I can see.
I have 304 copper coins, copper pieces. So I can turn 300 of those into 3. Okay, let me get the conversion thing up.
Okay, that's fine.
Edition. Can I just convert it up?
You
Is
can
that
do it.
okay?
Yeah, cool. Because I'm just trying to get to the thing so I can find out. Because I don't know how many coins you've got. That's the problem.
A reasonable amount.
I know I did give you loads because you are a bit of a hoarder.
I certainly am.
Bless him.
Oh, he's been collecting coins for 20 years and
I know.
hasn't spent a single one.
That was my mentality in giving him like 1,000,000 copper and silver.
God. Exchange rate. There it is. Oops. There we are. There's the conversion table. Yeah, carry on.
Okay, no problem. So yeah, he passes you the gems over. Is there anything else today at all?
Is there? He looks down at himself. I feel a little bit out of place. I look a bit silly in comparison to everyone else around here. What do I do?
Didn't we buy Loki those robes?
You did. But what do you mean out of place? What?
Well, he looks over at the rest of the group. They're all fancy. They look together. I think that's how you say it. Like a clothes match. Mine not so much.
So would you want to buy some new clothes?
I think so.
Well,
Do you have some clothes that I could buy?
there are some clothes to buy. Not here, but in some of the shops around the city, you can certainly buy some clothes.
Oh, okay.
Here's just transferring money, and so we have some gems. That's what we do here.
Oh, okay. What about this one? He pulls out this big water gem.
Not that one.
Oh, this one. This one's a rather large gem. Let me. Oh, it's warm.
Yeah, I know. I quite like it. It keeps me warm.
Oh, let me. That's rather interesting. I don't really know. Just one moment. He walks away a bit and comes back
Okay.
with like a little kind of a jeweler's eyepiece and looks at it. Oh, there seems to be some. It's rather peculiar. When you look at the gem, it seems that there's almost something inside of it moving. It's like a flame.
Ooh, can I see that?
Sure. He passes you the gem back. You need to look quite deep inside.
Oh, yeah. What does that mean?
I don't know.
Oh.
I don't. It's no gem that I've ever seen before.
Oh. I just like it. So, thank you. And he walks off.
Okay. Okay, cool. So, anyone doing anything at this time? Okay, so Bjorn, you go over to the tavern. The rest of the gang, are you making your way to the accountant's then? Jeremy's currently off, I imagine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you guys hear me?
You can now, so.
Okay. Yeah, I think that's being weird. Yeah, we'll head over to the accountant's.
Cool. So getting there, it's kind of like just a little cottage in the middle of the city, more or less. It's nicely kept, but nothing special. You make your way inside, and as you kind of knock on the door, kind of an old, middle-aged kind of man opens the door and says, "Hello, can I help you?"
Hello, sir. We have a letter from the general about the deed to Fort Lestract.
Deed to Fort Lestract?
Yes.
Let me see that. And he kind of snatches it off you. He kind of he turns it around, tears it open. Looks up at you guys. Looks down at the letter. Um, well, okay, well, it seems like this is official enough. Closes it. So for a deed, it's gonna cost a little penny, and you're wanting to rent or buy?
Preferably by
Buy, okay. The whole force, just a building? Well, what would it
the
be?
whole fort.
Whole fort, okay, blimey. Any in the surrounding area, or just the actual land? How many acres, basically?
I kind of assumed you would put some of the acreage around it.
Yes.
Okay, I'll throw in a couple of acres. You gotta be careful, just in case. Anyway, right. So, for the D for that, it's gonna be 10,000 gold up front, of course.
And everything else?
Everything else,
The lands around it?
everything. That's the deed. It's all done. It's the fort. Of course,
Any
of course,
transfer
it doesn't mean anything until you get builder's permission.
And who do I get that from?
Well, this is the first of many forms you need to get filled out, but you just need to pass this on to my higher-ups. I say many forms. There's just one more form.
Okay.
And that form will be in the palace. Probably probably not the Empress, but some royal. I don't know. I
I
don't.
love the smell of bureaucracy in the morning.
I don't really. Yeah, I don't really. I don't really deal with it. So yeah, as I say,
10,000.
10,000 gold. Go to palace. Show him this form that's already been signed, and Bob's your uncle.
Alright. I give him the 10,000.
Okay, sorry.
I do pay him, right? Yeah?
Yeah, you pay him the 10,000. I was just laughing at Jamie's bureaucracy. Yeah, you pay him the 10,000. He passes you the kind of deed to Fort Lestract.
That's the episode title.
I love the smell of bureaucracy in the morning.
The deed is done.
Both very good titles.
Maybe like the deed is done, semicolon. I love the smell of bureaucracy.
Indeed. So, with that, where would you like to go now? Hang on, I just dropped my keyboard. Sorry. Okay.
On to the building permit person.
Yep. So, to get planning permission now, you basically.
Yay.
So, you walk towards the palace where you are currently being stopped by two guards with lancers. As they hold their lances out towards you, you notice they kind of look at you, smile a little bit, and then kind of break the smile as they look at each other and go, they were at the battle. And the other one like nods a little bit.
We know who I
Yeah.
am.
Hi guys.
This is not a game of who the
Hey.
fly.
So yeah, we were totally there, and we totally need to get inside so we can totally get some building permits. We can show you the paperwork and everything, but it's kind of important. We'll totally stay in chat afterward, though.
I swear to God, if you say totally one more time, I'm gonna shoot you.
Totally.
Totally.
Yeah, we'll let you through. We do need to see the paperwork though, if that's all right.
Oh yeah, totally. Damn it!
Like the kittens.
So you show them the paperwork, and they let you through. You enter to the palace, where you are greeted by the chief of finances,
Ooh, fancy.
a
Crap.
Mr. Robert Lovegood. He's wearing fine, kind of almost golden robes. He says, "Oh, hello. May I help you this afternoon?"
Yeah, we're seeking the building permits for Fort Lestract.
Fort Lestract. Oh, of course. Do you have the correct paperwork?
The deed, yes.
Ah, excellent. Let me see that.
Hands it over.
Ah, excellent. I can get that done for you. The paper, I'll fill out your form for you. Just a moment. If you care to join me in the parlour, we'll get some refreshments. No, anyone?
Yeah.
Sure, yes.
Okay.
The
IRL multitasking.
I was told there was an empress.
I will lean over to Anton and be like, "We should have done this a long time ago. This place is nice.
What?
Saved the city and/or country."
Yeah. With, like, how? There was no war then.
He's got a point.
You walk into the parlour.
Totally.
It's got a roaring fireplace with beautifully kind of decorated ornaments, extravagant furniture. There's a kind of a waitress walks in with a tray of biscuits and tea as she kind of ushers you to sit down, and she passes you a cup. And Robert returns with the paper that he currently scribbles and signs. No, the paper's all filled out and ready to go. Of course, it just takes about a week for it to complete, and then once it's been approved, you may do what you wish to your new land.
Can I look it over?
Of course, you may have a look. Here you
Can I,
go.
Is there
like,
any way
insight
to
this piece of
expedite
paper?
Sure. Inside the piece of paper, that's fine.
Is there any way
Or
to
do you want,
expedite
like,
the paperwork?
investigation?
Sorry, I heard two things at once.
I asked if there was any way to expedite the paperwork.
Okay, and Jeremy, what you say?
And I was making sure if you wanted insight or, like, investigation or something.
Oh yeah, let's go with investigation. That makes more sense. Yeah, it's very like, kind of lawyery, but it's legit.
So it's not gonna fuck me?
Nah,
It's my main concern.
yeah, nah, it's fine.
This one contract will not fuck you.
No, this one won't.
But the next one totally is going to.
The other ones, probably.
Maybe you'll find out. Anyway, no, it's fine. Anyway, to explore it. There may be ways we can do such in extreme cases. There are, but if this isn't a pressing matter, then I don't see why we need to do so.
I mean, the fort was kind of leveled. I would consider that extreme.
It was.
And we did just save your city.
You did.
Okay, we're not gonna keep pulling that card, okay? It's an
This is the
important thing to
first
get
time I
up in
pulled
order.
that card. This is the first time I've pulled that card. You've pulled that card more than me.
We're not going to talk about that right now. Anyway, it's important that we get it up and running as soon as possible, so
Okay.
let's kind of expedite this a little bit.
Well, Laura, please roll a persuasion check, and I'll give you advantage because everyone's been chipping in a bit.
I mean, can you roll it for me?
That's a good point. I forgot you weren't here. Persuasion. Yeah. he kind of just he looks and he's like, oh well. I suppose no one will notice a few paperwork's been not looked over. Right, I'll just sign this here. There you are.
Most definitely get them done. We just need to get ready to get going and get this going.
No, it's signed and all completed. This is now your land.
Thank you, sir. What do we owe you for the processing?
For this process was not too much. It was just merely formality, but of course it does come with a small monetary requirement of 5,000 gold.
I give him 6.
He kind of looks at it, smiles a little bit, and says, "Thank you very much."
Never mind.
If that'll be all, I can ask someone to help you out. And he kind of walks towards the exit.
Nope.
No?
Pretty much it.
Well,
Hang on. Sorry, I'm trying to log back into Roll20. Could we talk? Actually, nope. Never mind. Proceed.
Okay. So as you all leave the kind of that area of the palace, making your way back out towards Ravenhold proper, with your new deed to Fort Lestract itself, what would you like to do?
Well, all my Ravenhold stuff's done.
I just want to go see Gadwin real quick.
Okay. So you go over to the university. It's probably around about 2:30, 3 o'clock. So as you get there, some people are kind of coming out. I'll roll you a... Okay, could you make me a perception check?
Yeah, 1 second. It's loading.
Okay. So as you kind of make your way over to the university, you're kind of looking around through the crowd. See if you can spot him. Okay, so yeah, you do spot him. He's currently talking to a couple of friends, supposed friends anyway. It looks like it. You see him walking out, and before long he spots you and says, "Lyra!" And
Just super casually walk up. Hey, nerd.
"Hey, little sis." Punches your
That's
shoulder
not
a
how
little
that
bit.
works. That is not how this works, and I will punch him right back. It's 100% not how this works.
How you been? Been good?
Oh god, it's been a really long week.
I heard you.
I just wanted to...
Well, I've heard stories about you. You went to Silatate and quite a few things. You're kind of
yeah.
you're kind of the talk of the town.
Well, it happens. Hey, you want to see something really cool?
Sure, yeah.
Okay. I'll take like a step back real quick, and I'll change the ball gown really quick from my casual clothes to what the ball gown actually looked like.
Okay.
And then I'll change it back real fast. Just
wow, wow. That is amazing.
I love this thing.
Oh, that is really cool.
So what have you been up to?
Just basic class. We've been doing some spells. I've learned a few new spells. It's been pretty cool.
Like what? Like what? I got a cool dress. You got a cool magic. Tell me these things.
Well, I can cast things like any kind of. He kind of puts his hand like on his wrist, and he slowly begins to levitate in the air.
Dude, that's awesome.
I can do other stuff too. We're not allowed to do certain spells around the campus though, but things like this is probably okay.
Why aren't you allowed to do certain spells on the campus?
It's dangerous. There's a lot of dangerous spells. They teach us some of them as well, which is kind of cool.
I mean, at least they teach them.
Yeah.
So otherwise, socially, what are you doing? Doing anything socially, or are you just doing like, what I think you're probably doing and just staying inside and reading?
Well,
Reading.
Well, to be honest, that I have been staying inside and reading a lot. Kind of takes me back home, but without the drama.
That's a word for it.
Yeah. So, anyway, how have you been doing socially?
Oh god, I forgot to tell you. Shit. Great. Fine and dandy.
Oh, okay.
You should come over for dinner soon. Ish.
Okay. I'm free today, so.
Okay. Come over. Come to the ship for dinner.
Sure. I'll just drop my things off and then I'll come to the harbour. Is it?
Yeah. We're in the harbor. You remember everyone on the ship, right?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Okay, great.
Okay. I'll see you in a couple of hours.
Okay.
Okay. You see him just kind of walk and catch up with his friends.
I will wave at him, and just kind of like finger guns at his friends.
You see one of them kind of turn, look at you, and wink.
Ew. I'm just kind of like,
Anton kills him in a dark alley.
I am old. Is it a human or?
It's a human.
I'm old enough to have fucked your grandfather.
Oh dear.
Sleep with that.
And then Anton kills him in a dark alley.
Ew.
So, anyway, what's everyone currently doing? Twain,
Going
Twain, what are you up to?
Oh gosh. So we're just kind of chilling out in Ravenhold right now.
Yeah, we're in Ravenhold.
I don't really have any business in Ravenhold right now that I can think of.
Okay.
You know what? I'll pop off ascending to Eugene.
Okay.
yeah.
Oh, excellent. So you
so-
cast. Go on, cast sending.
Mitch, you are horrifying.
I think
Do
this
I-
is brilliant too, so shut up.
Okay, so just kind of I'll cast sending to Eugene.
Mhm.
Poison done. Also, how's Evershine looking after the factory got by mysterious forces who will remain unknown? Don't know anything about that. And that's it.
Okay. Could you pull up the spell card for me? I'd just like to read it for 1 second.
It can send to other planes of existence.
I just
that's
want
what
to
you're
read it.
talking about.
I just want.
trust.
I just. I
trust you.
just. Thank you.
I don't trust you, Mitch.
He no longer has an intelligence of 1 or...
Oh god damn it!
He's
The
actually
worst
dead.
start advisor ever.
He died in the factory fire.
Oh my god.
He was
So,
actually working with the elves all along.
how concerned do I need to be?
Oh dear.
Hmm.
What do you mean?
I forgot what 5% of 100 is.
5.
5?
Yeah. So what does that even mean? So that's a 5% chance that the message doesn't send. So that's on a
So I
5.
get
If you roll a 5 or lower, it doesn't
Okay. Yeah.
count.
Right. I got you. But it's not on another plane. So what is that? So the message doesn't send. I think. Yeah. Because he's not on another plane. But the message doesn't send.
Do I still use the slot?
You cast the spell, and unfortunately, there's no target. Yeah, maybe you don't cast a spell. Hang on. It's like, hang on. You say, creature, here's a message. There is no target. So, I don't know.
That's concerning.
That's very
I
no, thank you.
Yeah, I with that new information, I guess I'll go find Anton. He seems to be the one with the most plans right now.
I was looking for Anton as well.
Ah,
He's currently murdering a child.
okay. I'll walk in on the murder. Hey, dude,
No,
I'm not gonna help you hide the
I'm
body.
just fucking with you.
I know. Hey, Anton, what are your plans looking like right now? You busy? You got some free time?
I actually I actually accomplished everything I planned for the day, so no, I'm pretty free.
Oh, well then,
Hey
like,
guys, what are you guys doing?
I was just asking Anton if he was, like, free for a little bit.
Oh, that's cool.
What about you? Are you free for a little bit? Like, do you have any pressing matters?
Well, no, I invited Gads onto the ship for dinner. That's the only really pressing thing, and I totally forgot to tell him that Anton and I were dating, so that's gonna be fun!
Don't worry, he's not gonna react that badly. But, so how do you guys feel about popping over to Evershine for a little bit? Like,
How would we get
don't
there?
have to do that today, but, like, after today? Like, maybe a tomorrow thing?
That can be a tomorrow thing.
So why all of a sudden to Evershine?
Ever since you guys totally didn't destroy the factory, I've just been a little concerned about how the city's been doing.
I mean,
You know,
that's a valid concern.
I just want to make sure it's still there.
I want to incite you like a motherfucker right now.
I mean, that is a legitimate concern. We totally did.
You have
not
never shown
burn down
concern
the
for Evershine until now.
I haven't. I don't like Evershine.
Insight. Sorry. Okay, you are lying. Okay, cool. Okay then.
That is such an appropriate role.
This is what she gets for being too trusting of her friends.
But yeah, so what if we just pop by Evershine, make sure it's still there? It'd be real quick. No big deal.
And why are we going to Evershine? Like, you've never cared for it before. Why now?
Maybe I have some connections there that I need to take care of. Maybe I just have some stuff that I need to take care of, Anton. Maybe I have plans too. You never know.
Oh, come on, share with the crowd. Sharing is caring.
Twain, what's going on?
I swear it's not even that nefarious.
Anton puts the pistol on the table.
Anton, what the fuck?
This is what I told you this morning!
Anton, seriously, what the fuck? You shot me 3 times the other day. Like, are we really gonna play that game?
You two are why I drink. You two in the same room are why I drink.
We are in the same room, yes.
I want to check on Eugene. I'm a little worried about him.
Why?
You're worried about Eugene?
Yeah, why are you worried about Eugene?
I am just concerned about a fellow artificer. There is nothing else to it.
Okay, I'm inside checking that.
You're the one showing the concern. There's everything wrong with that.
Don't lie to your best friend. Don't lie to your best friend.
I'm not really lying. I'm just
Don't try
worried.
to conceal.
I'm just worried about Eugene.
Twain.
What?
Come on.
He has something you want, doesn't he?
Yes, he does. Why else would I care about him? Why else would I bother
That's all
going
I
to
needed.
Evershine?
That's all I
That's
needed
all
to
you
know.
had to say.
Yes, I want to go to Evershine because I want to get things from him, but I'm not going to tell you what they are.
What are they?
No.
Wayne.
I will sit down. I will sit down on the ground. So I am at eye level with Twain.
I'll tell
I will
Lyra. I'm
lean
not
forward.
telling Anton.
I will lean forward so that I am literally nose to nose with her and be like, "Girl,
What languages
You had
does
better
Lyra
tell me.
speak?
I speak Elvish, Common, Sylvan, and Undercommon, and Celestial."
I'll just say an undercommon, then. Hold on, let me fix my languages, because they're all sorts of jacked. I'm pretty sure I know undercommon. Fuck, where...
What does Anton? That's the question.
He doesn't, question mark.
Do I?
I don't think so. I'm pretty sure you know deep speech, but not undercommon.
I guess you'll find out.
I guess
But
you will.
But I will whisper in undercommon, very quietly. You know what? Yeah, very quietly. As quietly as knowingly possible.
Anton leaves the room. He doesn't care.
I'm still gonna whisper it. Okay, so I got some poison. And I'm gonna use it to make some fancy bullets, but you can't tell Anton because I don't want him to know. Because goddammit, I refuse to let him know that I don't hate him anymore.
You've got poison?
I will.
That's it. Yeah, that's it.
I will simply kiss her on the nose and reply in Undercommon. I won't tell him shit. And
He
then I'll get
doesn't
up and
speak
leave the room.
Undercommon, by the way.
I know he doesn't. Because we had this conversation I've had a conversation with you about it before.
I won't tell him either.
Oh, fucking... Where did you come from?
I've been here this whole
honey.
time.
God, don't sneak up on me like that. Jeez.
I didn't sneak
Oh.
anywhere. I was standing
Yeah.
Loki, you get to meet my little brother. That's exciting.
Loki, and like, God, just announce that you're here.
Sorry.
Oh, it's fine. I heard him walk in.
Oh, he scared the crap out of me.
That-
Ugh. God, it's weird. Not. Oh, I didn't mean. You're not weird. You're not weird. I'm incredibly jumpy, which is weird, and I just walk away before things get worse.
Okay.
It's a no, Loki. That's just Wayne. It's
Okay, I nearly badgered.
Oh, honey. But no, you get to meet my little brother tonight.
Okay.
He's really cool.
Does he
He's a
like
lot-
badgers?
Yes, he does, and he's a lot more calm than I am.
Oh. Okay.
So as this is going on, what is Keggy doing?
He's going to try and find. He's been to like libraries and stuff around here before, right?
He has.
He's going to try and find a library or the university. There's a university, isn't there? He's going to go to the university,
Okay.
and he is going to try and find someone who might know about his vision,
Okay.
his resurrection vision,
Okay.
and in particular about the weird stone that Anton seems to have.
Okay. So as you go to the library, in the university, because they've got a library. You meet the librarian and you kind of explain your vision and what has been happening over the last day or so. The librarian kind of is a little bit puzzled at first, but the kind of more you say and the more time that passes, she kind of thinks back and says, there is a tale that I don't. It's almost a myth, but I'm not sure if it might match. The word Endymion doesn't sound familiar to you at all, does it?
I think it does.
You see,
I don't know why.
there's a fable somewhere. I don't think we have it. Let me have a look in the fiction section.
Okay.
She walks down the kind of aisles as you walk with her. Yeah, it's in one of these storybooks. It's only a short passage. It's mentioned in it, but as you see here, you can see a group of powerful mages like us, and it mentions Endymion, but there's not really much exactly explained what it is or where it is. Apparently it's some kind of a place.
Is there anyone at the university that might?
Our archives are only limited. I mean, we're from a decent university. Let me think. Where would a better... there are other libraries. You could try... Well, there's the Great Library, but that's quite a ways away. If you're willing to travel, that is.
Whereabouts is it?
Well, it is... 1 minute. It's on the...
Ariel.
Thank you. I was getting to that. It is on Serial. That is... There.
Oh wow. Quite a way.
Yes, it is quite a ways away.
Well, thank you. You've been very helpful.
Well, I'm sorry I can't help you even more, but as I said, it is a bit of a fairy tale, but I don't know myself.
Don't worry, you've been very helpful indeed. Even sometimes fairy tales can guide us a little bit.
Hopefully so. And she kind of smiles. Would you like to take this book out, or
No,
No.
you've given me more enough to go on.
okay? She slides the book back. Anything else for today, Keggy?
No.
Okay.
No, that's it. That he'll slowly make his way back to the ship.
Okay. So the rest of you make your way back to the ship as well?
I'm already on the ship.
Okay. As you get on there, you see Samuel leave the ship. Got a number of times coming back with like crates of supplies. He approaches probably Lyra and says, "Lyra, we've fully stocked the cargo hold with fresh food and some drinks as well. But we have expended our allowance. If you wouldn't mind another amount, if that's all right at this time."
Two things. One, we are flush. Two, Keggy has the bag again.
Right. I shall ask Keggy when I see him again. It's a little odd seeing a
He should be back.
friend.
He should be back pretty soon.
Okay. I'll look out for him. He goes back to work, and that's that. So
Anton's gonna procure good drinks for tonight.
okay, you have many options of drink.
Like top shelf.
Lyra is gonna go into the kitchen and just kind of look around hopelessly, like, oh god. Nope, I'm just gonna go buy food. And just, she doesn't know how to cook, guys.
Okay.
Just run out real quick and buy dinner. Nice food, like super freaking nice food.
Okay. So,
Just so if there's not much else that's going to be specifically going on, Keggy, when he gets back, is going to go over to Diaz.
okay.
After having gone into his room to collect her things that he still has,
Mhm.
gives her her 2 axes,
Mhm.
and her holy symbol that he still had.
Oh, 1 second, sorry.
No worries.
So there's some great merch up in the shop.
Yeah, Backblaze,
Loot crate.
Lucre.
Loot crate!
Oh, what are some of the other sponsors? Marvel's Puzzle Quest.
Puzzle
Fucking Puzzle Quest.
Sorry about that. One of my roommates.
That's right.
We were just talking about merch and sponsors and whatnot.
So, yeah.
He goes over, gives her his holy symbol, her weaponry, and her things, basically, that he still carries with him.
Okay.
Then is gonna grab some food from whatever was prepared, and then head into his quarters without saying a word to anyone else.
Okay. Right. So Keggy kind of goes away for today, without really seeing too many people. Except for Diaz, she kind of graciously accepts her axes. You see a small tear run down her eye as she takes them and says, "Thank you, Keggy. It's nice to see these two again. It's been a long time." So as you are all kind of here, anything you'd like to do, Bjorn? Do we have a Lewis in Discord? There he is.
I did actually send you a message, but I don't know
Oh,
if
let
you
me.
replied.
Sorry, there's a couple of things going on.
Yeah, no, I know. I have been sitting here the whole time.
Okay. Yeah. I'll say you could have been doing that. So yeah.
Okay, I've basically been doing that while they've been, like, obviously went to the tavern, bought booze, came back,
Okay.
and then just sat there talking to them.
Okay.
So unless anyone actually specifically goes looking for me, when I hear everyone come back, I just carry on talking to them.
Okay,
I don't actually just leave them.
So I'll let you know, and you would know. Hang on, let me. So, okay. All right. I'll let you know the condition, and you can let me know if you still want to do it afterwards. So as you kind of are on the ship, do you approach Loki at any point, by the way?
Not specifically, passing, but not actually.
Okay. Loki, as at some point during the day, as you see Bjorn, and he kind of gets a bit close, just in passing, you feel some kind of a connection to him. Something's kind of almost pulling you towards him. It's weird.
Ooh. Can I let me have a look? Hold on, let me see what this does. If I cast Detect Magic on it, I feel anything.
Lots of things.
Pretty much, yeah.
You feel a lot of things.
He's
Mitch? Mitch?
Hello.
yeah, he's coming up with a lot of magical essences. Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of magic.
Pretty much a lot of magic.
He's very magic-y.
Mhm.
I walk over to him, just follow him round, probably like a couple of meters away, not being particularly like trying to hide it or anything. Just watches him.
As you kind of get closer, the kind of attraction or kind of kinship increases as well, and you can kind of narrow it down to his kind of belt.
Ah. Can I try and look at it and see what it is?
Bjorn, what would he see?
On the belt.
I don't know where you would keep it, but you know what I'm talking about. So.
Oh, basically, it's very close to being drawn at any given time. So it is pretty much on his belt, really close to his hands. Blah 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 blah. Let me have a quick look at the description. I assume he sees the dagger.
So you see like the hilt of a dagger. It looks ordinary enough, but for some reason you're slowly being attracted to this dagger.
I reach out and try and grab it.
I'm going to try and slap your hand away very, very promptly.
Oh, sorry, I didn't realise I was whispering. Sorry.
Okay. So you rolled a 19 for sleight of hand, yeah?
Oh, let me roll.
Could you?
What do I-
Yeah. Could you roll a? Let's go perception. I think.
a perception? You just.
Okay. So whilst...
Hold on.
Oh,
Sorry.
go on.
Hold on. Let me just have a quick look, see if that's added everything up correctly.
Okay.
So I rolled.
11
I
perception.
rolled a 7,
Damn.
but because I'm trained in that, it should be a 9. 9? 10, sorry. Should be a minimum of a
Why
10.
should it be that?
Because it's one of my reliable talents.
Yeah, but that means that your total can't be lower than your...
It says the roll. If you
Should be
roll
11.
9 or lower, it becomes a 10.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's on the total. So
Is
if,
it
if
on
your
the total?
is lower than your than what your
Let me
skill
make
is,
an
then
ability
it becomes
check
lower
that
than
lets you
that.
add proficiency bonus. You can
Yeah.
treat your D20 roll of 9 or lower as 10.
Really?
Yeah,
Yeah, I
if the
thought that as
D20
well.
itself is 9 or lower, it's a 10.
Yeah. That's how like Vax could get stupid even with rolling a 1.
But I thought that was because his proficiency is 13, so his minimum would be...
No, I'm pretty
He's
sure.
The minimum
18.
he could roll is a 23.
Yeah.
Because...
So for him, the minimum he can roll is a 21.
Oh, right, cool. Wow.
That's why rogues, man.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Is that on... What is that on? Is that on...
That's in
Is it
Game-
in anything that you've got proficiency with?
so long as I've got proficiency in the skill,
Oh, that's cool ability.
and then I just whack expertise on it as well.
And then just laugh at everybody else's rolls.
Okay, then. So with that, you see Loki's hand reach out, and you kind of now wish to smack it out of the way.
Not aggressively, I just sort of push
Okay.
it to the side,
With
and I
that,
just sort of
you
look
kind of
at
just
him.
push it out of the way, and Loki, you kind of recoil a little bit.
Ow. I just want to touch it.
Should never touch a strange man. I'm a little bit unsure as to why he's going for the knife, and obviously I've had the knife for a little while now.
Mhm.
So I am going to say, I'm actually going to say, I'm going to say it in England. I'm going to say hello, friend, and see if he knows what I'm saying.
Okay.
Do I innately know that?
You should. You're a fire genasi.
I think I do. I think I do know that innately. Let me just double check. That might have been something I
I
completely...
mean, roll a call. I'll say you do.
Yeah.
I believe it is an innate ability from being a genasi. I haven't got my Sword Coast Adventure. Where is it?
I've got mine. Hang on.
Oh no, it's on my phone. Hold on.
I got it.
My actual book isn't arriving until a couple of days. On Monday, I think.
Where are you?
Where are you?
Genasi. Right. Languages. Oh, is it under the specific one?
It might be.
Yeah, what? It doesn't say.
And my Sword Coast Adventures guide's just gone. Or I'm just blind. Possibly that. His companion. Oh dear. Yeah, there we go. Genasi. Fire Genasi.
I imagine you would, because it's basically the language of fire elements and fire
No, it
plane.
isn't. It isn't an expected ability because you sound primordial.
Yeah, that's true.
No, apparently not.
That's fair enough. I do not know it.
Fair enough then. So he's just kind of letting out these sounds that sound like crackling flames and burning embers. Kind of odd.
That's cool. Can I look at it?
But with your eyes, not with your hands. I draw the knife and my short sword. I request that ye stand back.
Okay, I take one step back.
You stand back a bit.
A few more paces than that, my laddie.
I take another step back.
He does this really dramatic like pose. Basically, all that really happens is the dagger sparks along the blade as he's swinging it through the air. He really did not need a couple of steps back, but he does this really dramatic draw and then sways it through the air and sparks flow off the blade.
Can I look at it? Can I see if I can understand what it? Get an idea of what I am.
Sure. So, make a intelligence check.
Oh God. Yeah.
Okay.
Ooh.
So what you see is basically what is the actual description for this? Let's read it out. That'll be fun. So you see.
The Tinder strike.
Spike. So you see this flint dagger that is kind of jagged, and as Bjorn passes it across the metal, these sparks appear. But not only that, Bjorn, you notice this as well. When you draw it, the dagger begins to pulse, this warm feeling. You've never encountered this before.
Oh.
It's pretty. Do I still really want to go? Like, am I still really drawn to it?
I wouldn't say you're like really, really drawn to it, but you feel some form of kinship to it, as in some kind of connection. So you're still feeling that connection, yeah. As you kind of if you do take a step forward, you feel a pulsing in where you keep the gem.
Yeah. I pull out the gem.
And the pulsing kind of intensifies.
Is it getting hotter?
A little bit, yeah.
I put it a little bit closer.
And
Does Tinder strike feel any different? Sorry.
it feels warmer and it's pulsing, and as he moves it closer, it gets a little bit faster and warmer.
I take another step forward, even closer.
I pull the dagger a little bit further away.
Okay.
I take another step forward.
What race is Loki?
Fire Genasi.
How old does the Genasi look-ish?
Not particularly old. Looks like a child, really. Just a bit older than a teenager.
I hold the knife. Wow. Let me think. I put it back in my belt and I go to walk past you. I don't want it touching my knife. It's a very, very friendly knife for me, so I'm going to put it away and attempt to walk past you and just try and just get away from this weird gem that's making my dagger get hotter.
Okay.
As he goes past, can I try and press the gem against the dagger?
Let's
put it away soon.
Yeah, you put it away. So
just the handle if you like.
Let's just go for a dexterity check to see if you can kind of slip it in and maybe even lift the hilt up a little bit. Just doing that, you kind of get it in, but not quite underneath the actual his kind of jacket to touch the metal. You do feel this kind of burning heat that, if you wasn't a fire genasi, would be probably burning your hand off. But nothing actually happening at this time. Perhaps an actual connection is in order for something to happen.
I'm gonna go for the blade.
Oh god.
Okay.
I got to. I got to. So
This is like my most prized possession as well. I've killed many people with this knife.
I don't know that.
Not notably my own crew, but I've killed a lot of people with a knife.
God,
Somewhere.
y'all are weird.
Somewhere off in the distance, Lyra feels shame.
Anton gets a nosebleed for the fourth wall breaking.
What would you like me to roll?
To try and pull the dagger out.
Yeah.
Let's go for sure. Yeah.
I'm assuming it'll be a contested roll.
I imagine so. Yeah. So let's have a Bjorn's acrobatics. Just kind of enough to keep that hilt in its pouch.
Oh man, I just want to like touch them together. Just a little.
Do you say that out loud?
Yeah.
I'm like, fine, we can touch tips, but you gotta hand me the gem first.
That feels rude.
Oh my god.
But you will give.
And probably best, if it's getting hot, not to do it on a wooden boat.
Oh no, it'll be fine. I've got this. I'm good with fire.
And then the ship burnt down.
I take the dagger out and I
Famous
hold
last
it
word.
towards him, but I firmly hold it in my hand.
Okay, I'm not going to try and take it out of his hand.
No, I don't know that though.
I'm literally just going to touch the gem to it.
Okay. You feel as you touch the gem to it and the dagger itself, they both get really hot. Bjorn, it's getting uncomfortably hot, but after a short amount of time, you hear this cracking sound as
Oh shit.
as this white light begins to emanate from the gem, and you see. Well, first of all, you're both pushed back to about here. So I don't have a cooler picture, but this will do. As a large fire elemental
Oh fuck.
kind of jumps out of the gem.
Our ship is getting burnt to the ground.
And we're not even there.
Does it? Oh no, it's not gonna be. Oh shit. Wait a minute. This is perfect. Am I aware of everything I can do with the dagger, seeing as I've had it for so long?
Sure.
Loki, you are grounded.
My eyes are glistening. We need. I look round to see if there's anyone else nearby, and I'm like, we need a magic box! And I fucking draw the dagger and my short sword.
You what? You need a what?
At this point, all you can really smell is booze. It's just exhaling booze while shouting.
As you're doing this, you see the elemental just kind of having its kind of arms out, and it says, in common, "Thank you for freeing me from that gem. I was trapped in there for thousands of years."
Oh,
Huh?
I feel a little bit. Oh, I don't really want to do what I wanted to do now.
It was on this day that Ravenhold burned to the ground.
I'm just saying, when I fuck with gyms, at least I only mess myself up. I don't burn down the ship.
Same.
Trapped, you say? By who?
Oh, I was on the fire plane when these these spellcasters, mages of some kind, trapped me in a gem. I don't know why. Very odd. Anyway, thank you. And he begins to fly away.
Bye.
I flame person. What's your name?
Mine. He comes back. My name. What do elementals have as names?
I don't know.
I am Pyro. Sure.
Freddy the Fire Elemental.
No, Pyro.
Fire McFireface.
Dahari.
Ahari. I'm Pyro.
Dahrrhi.
His name's Pyro.
That's a D&D Ignan
This guy's
translator.
his name is Pyro.
Yeah, that's Pyro in England.
Like mutant.
Yeah, I could.
Like a mutant.
Yeah.
Nice.
Okay, he flies away. So you made friends with a fire element.
Can I see where he goes?
You can. There's a big smoke trail as he kind of flies off into the sea.
Do we see this?
Yeah, do we? Come on. Like, do
Yeah,
we
those
see
of
this
us in the
giant
city.
We need to follow that fire elemental.
Yeah, you see him fly off towards the sea. He's just kind of just flying into the sea. A lot of people, as you kind of look, are just kind of screaming and running around, but he's not even. He's just breezing through Well, it looks like he's just flying over things, and as he does, they're in his wake, catching fire to roofs and stuff. But he's not really.
Oh my god.
He's not really.
Is our ship on fire at all?
Fuck.
He didn't land on the ship. He was kind of
Okay.
floating above it, so no.
Well, as soon as I see stuff starting to catch fire, I start to panic and run after it using my control of flame abilities to just extinguish them as I go along.
Okay, so you take some time to run into the sea, control the flames down.
Not again, not again, not again, not again.
It does take quite a while to try and get all of the flames, but you manage to do so. And
I stay on the boat and just drink some whiskey like, oh my fucking god.
but as you do, you see.
If I see Loki at any point, I'm chasing after him.
Okay, so
If
you.
I see the
What
fire
the hell?
elemental, I'm just gonna go after it.
Okay, so you
Yeah,
two
with
run
the
up.
fire elemental.
So you all run out, and this fire elemental is way ahead of you, just flying off into the distance. It gets to the borders of the city, like burning the roofs of the last house, and it just then goes up in the air, and it looks like, the ending of some kind of movie where it just goes up. Would you like to do anything? Shoot it down or something?
I'm just gonna look at Anton like, do we kill this thing?
I don't know.
I'm gonna shoot at it.
Same.
I'm gonna shoot at it. It can't be good. How far? You know what? There.
How far we got going on?
28.
Okay, let me have a look at the
Or
stats of this.
13,
this
depending on
boy.
if it's 300 or 800 feet. God, Ravenhold needs some better security.
The range on mine is 300, 1200.
Yeah, you're both in range.
Twain, did we both just hit the same thing?
Did we?
Maybe?
Perhaps?
Yeah, they both hit.
Do I see it falling out of the sky or getting pissed off?
How much damage?
They're shooting at the fire elemental.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's what total?
Don't do that.
49?
43.
No, 59.
Okay, so 40. Yeah, 59.
It just goes dish, dish, and it kind of just turns, shakes its head a little bit as it carries on flying, and it just begins to rain down fire towards you. So
Well, this is probably a
I'm going
bad
to need you
idea.
both to make a dexterity saving throw.
This was definitely a bad idea. I am gonna shoot it the next chance I get, though.
Same.
You can make another shot. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna burn a point of grit
I don't think that hits.
for advantage.
So that, by the way, what was the DC be? Yeah, we'll say 17. That's fine. So cool. So that is 34. Half of that. 17 points of fire damage to both of you. Both of those. Oh, sorry. 14 misses, Twain.
I figured.
25 hits, Anton. Okay, nice.
Okay,
So it's looking pretty rough, and now it turns around, and you see the fire of its face just flare up as it begins to swoop in towards you.
No! 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 Go away! Don't hurt him!
Okay.
Can I start running towards the sound of the explosion with both swords drawn?
I put myself in between the elemental and them.
Okay.
And if either one, if they go to shoot at him again, I'm going to do something, and if he goes to attack them, I'm going to do something different.
Okay.
So it depends on what they're doing. Who's attacking what?
Loki, get out of the way.
He's not hurting anyone.
It
Do you
just burned
see
half
what-
the city.
Do you see what
doing
this
that?
thing is? You can't just let some rogue fire elemental run loose in a city. You don't know where this thing came from. It could be a threat.
Same thing could have been said to me when you first met me.
You didn't actively burn down a city.
Not when you met me. I've done that before.
I'm just like making the most concerned face and just like, Loki, if you don't get out of the way, we're going to have to ask you very nicely to move. Would you
I'm
like
gonna
to
have
move
to
of your
very politely ask you to move.
Would you like to move of your own volition, or would you like me to ask you to move?
Can I come running into the distance shouting kill it really quietly from the far away?
Okay. So Bjorn comes
I'm
running in.
running a little bit ahead of Bjorn.
Anton, line up your next shot.
I am
Loki?
running at 25 feet.
I'm-
Well, 50 foot.
I'm doing
running
something
full
different. Remember what I
Loki?
did to Zafar?
Just let it fly away. It'll be fine. It'll go off in the desert
Stop!
and it'll be fine.
Okay, hold up, hold. Guys, chill. I got this, I think, hopefully. Loki, let me talk to it.
Anton, take the shot if you can.
I take out the pistol and take 4 shots.
Tidal wave.
Oh, sorry, didn't mean to press that.
So okay, Loki, you cast Tidal Wave. Okay. That's a DC 17 save, please, Anton.
Is that for everyone or just Anton?
It's 120 foot way. Feet.
Oh, fuck! I didn't. Shut up!
Damn.
Wait, does that hit everyone?
That's the range. I can cast it from there up to. The area is 30 feet long, 10 feet wide, 10 feet tall. Everyone must have make so that'll be probably everyone on that side of me. So
Yeah,
I'll
everyone
Anton,
else.
so-
Anton Swain, and is Bjorn there? Yeah.
Yeah, I'm there.
You were
Mine
so
ran up.
so basically, what's happening, right? Everyone's kind of there talking and stuff. Bjorn, you hear some shouting. You come running in saying, "Shoot it, shoot it!" And as you get there,
It's just a wave comes then. Dexterity saving throw, yeah?
Yep.
Yep.
Oh,
Good
I
job,
don't know how.
Anton.
I don't know how. I don't know. No, I can't do that. That'd be too mean. Oh, that'd be way too mean.
So that's 23 points of damage to everyone but Anton.
I take half.
You take. Yeah, Anton takes half.
Okay.
Okay.
And was there any other effects to that at all?
If anyone that didn't make the save is knocked prone.
Okay, Lyra and Twain, you two fall down on your back. You'll spend a few seconds to get up. Anton,
You're no longer on fire.
Anton, are you going to take the shots? Yeah?
Yep, I'm burning action surge to take 4 shots.
Go for it, roll your dice.
And then the first 3 will have grit for advantage.
Okay.
I'm just gonna get. I was gonna try to talk.
So far, I have not assisted in killing this owl.
Roll 4 damage.
What is
Okay.
That's all sharpshooters, so it's minimum of 40.
Total 40?
minimum?
Minimum 40.
Oh yeah, what's the total? That's
26,
35.
32, 33, 40, 41.
41 then sharpshooter.
Plus 40. So 41 plus 40, so 81 points of damage.
So 41.
Plus 40 for the sharpshooter.
Okay, so that's.
Plus 81 points of damage.
You see. So that's. Yeah. With that. Actually, no. Yeah. With that, you see the elemental. The flames die out and the form falls to the ground before impacting. The flames completely die out and there is nothing left.
Am I allowed to cast a spell in reaction to what he just did?
Sure.
I cast a spell magic on his gun.
Okay.
Oh my god.
It's not a great gun, but it's a little bit of great extra damage.
What's the spell level of his gun?
That's a Mitch question.
What does it say? What rarity
What
it
the-
is?
Yeah, that'd be the determiner.
I don't know. This is the one from the Admiral.
Okay, what's it do? It's an extra fire damage.
Extra 1d4 fire damage.
1d4 fire damage.
It probably wouldn't be that very high
Yeah, it
for just
wouldn't be
1d4 fire. It'd probably be
Yeah.
rare,
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, I'd say
Um,
rare.
which is a level 3.
6, I think, isn't it?
Is it for rare?
I think it's 3.
Rarity to level
It's
for rare.
Yeah.
Okay, fair.
Because you have
It's not
uncommon. Uncommon is 1 to 2. Common. Rare is
Okay,
2 to 3. I think. Yeah, something like
okay, cool. I was looking at something else just
that. Yeah, I would have cast that. That would just be his reaction. He saw the thing that does. He doesn't understand how guns work. He thinks it's a magic thing. So he just thinks that if he dispels it.
Oh god bless him.
Can I, as a reaction to Loki's reaction?
Counterspell?
You can if you wish.
And I just, nope, no children.
Okay.
Can I go to the fire elemental body while they're doing this?
As
I'm
you,
doing that as well.
you go there, and there is literally just a smell of this kind of sulphurous ember, but there is no body.
I'll get down on my knees and I'll start screaming at the sky, going, "No!" And I'm steam through like the sulfur that's left.
I'm just scooping up the sulfur and putting it in a jar.
No, I need it to hit it.
What's your problem?
It's dead already.
Yeah.
Just eyes snap to you, and I'm like, I need it to hit it.
I'm just gonna slowly back away. Are you okay? Do you need help?
Holds up one finger, takes a swig from a flask, and puts it away and goes, "No, I'm all good now, thank you." And gets back up off the floor, dusts himself off, looks a little bit, oh, well, Opportunity passed.
Anton's still staring down with Loki.
Fine.
Please never do
No.
that again.
If
No,
you want to
both
be
of you?
having a fight with a fire elemental, then so be it. And I turn into a fire elemental.
Bjorn? And I'm just gonna kind of like
no,
jump my
no,
thumb
no,
to
no.
Loki.
No, okay. Oh, no. Everyone is stopping right here, right now. No!
God, this is so shit for character roleplay.
No! Do not make me fuck every single person here up. I will fucking do it. Get back to the goddamn ship. Right the fuck now.
What was it? Impatient and rash. I draw both the dagger and the sword, and I twirl the dagger in between. I look at her and say, if he wants to fight, he wants to fight.
You know what?
Short shit, you shut the hell up and get back to the goddamn ship.
Fuck you, Mitch, for giving me this dagger.
Lyra said it before he actually changed, so he hasn't actually changed yet. Does Anton actually react at all when he says that to what he said? So Loki basically said that if you feel like that there's such a danger, then basically so am I. And he was about to change into a fire elemental himself.
I'm gonna deal with Loki in just a second. I need everybody else to clear the hell out, or I will cast Circle of Death on everyone.
He's just gonna, like, lower the gun, but not give any ground.
Anton, go back to the ship. Right now.
He walks away.
I'm tapping my foot.
You. I will do this the hard way if I have to. And it will hurt.
Normal fire elemental. Question. Normal fire elemental or...
You don't know.
Oh, fuck you, Mitch.
Seems unnecessarily abrupt.
No,
I'm gonna start
there's traits.
taking a step towards Bjorn and readying Dimension Door.
Oh.
Bjorn, let's go.
I'm not moving. You see that I reach backwards to take one grasp of my balaclava, my bandana, and ready a hand.
Wisdom saving throw.
Uh-oh.
Oh, God.
Also!
What have you done, Mitch? What have you done?
I wasn't expecting this.
Wisdom saving throw, yeah?
Make a wisdom save. Let me find the DC for it. Oh, god damn it. Yep, you're fine.
Let me just read this real fast.
I'm using web.
Are you fucking... Can
What's
I,
my
like...
save?
Can I just grab him? And, like...
Unfortunately,
By the
you now
beard?
need to make a dexterity save.
Who is that? Was that on? Was that on
What did
Twain?
you see?
It's a 40 foot by 40 foot space.
So
it was
it's-
actually at everyone, like, Tawny and Lyra for attempting to... It's only a
Yeah,
DC of 13. Oh wait,
Oh,
hang on.
only
Let me
13.
double check.
Yeah.
Let me double check.
I'm gonna
Get the
just,
dagger, 'cause
real quick, boop him on the head, cast Dimension Door. He is now 500 feet away.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. It's supposed to be a DC of... Yeah, DC of 13. What's my 17 one? That's the command creature. Never mind.
Yeah, I'm fine. I boop you on the head.
Okay, so you two
Bye.
teleport back 500 feet away.
Bye.
You are out of any of this kind of confrontation at the moment. Twain, Anton, and Loki, you're kind of all still in this kind of area.
Twain, you can go. I think Anton walked away.
Oh, Anton. Sorry, it's just Twain and Loki.
I did start to walk away.
I'm just gonna kind of look at Loki, point to, like, one of the burning buildings, and just not gonna say anything. I'm just gonna walk away.
Any burning buildings he would be putting out.
You
Well, like,
as
one
you
of
got
the
as you got
charred
here,
buildings.
yeah, it's charred.
And I'm gonna just like, instead of going back to the ship, I am just gonna help start repairing any of the fire damage.
Okay, you walk up to some of the buildings, you mend them together. You spend a few, probably up to about an hour doing it to all of the buildings, but it's not too hard to do anyway.
And I'm gonna get my hands are up in the air.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll walk closer to Loki.
Okay.
It's just you and me. I don't know if Keggy would have come along or not.
No, he's still in his room.
Okay. It's just you and me. We can talk.
Didn't need to kill it.
Doesn't Lyra go with the dimension door?
Yeah, you dimension doored.
Oh no, I meant to send just.
No, you can't.
You have to go with it.
You have to.
You have to
Oh,
go
okay.
one way than the other.
Well, then I would have used banishment because fuck you.
Wow.
Hang on, I'm clicking that up.
I'd say just go with the dimension door.
Yeah, I mean,
you know how the web's a 40-foot cube?
Mm-hmm.
Just so you're aware, if you touched any fire, it all set on fire.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we had that before, so
Yeah, we did that before. That one went really weirdly.
yeah.
there was so much damage.
So the web is kind of like just slightly burning away. It's only like embers at the moment, but it's not really. But Loki's kind of just making sure it's not too bad, just innately. Yeah, with the web, Lyra, it'll be. You can banish him. I'll let you kind of retcon the scene if you want this time. If you really want
I rolled a 16 to save for the web DC.
Okay, so if you really want to just do that, then actually no, I'm gonna actually say that you did dimension door because otherwise Bjorn could have done something earlier. So I'm gonna say
Do you have more than one level spell?
I do. What I'll do is I'll dimension door
dimension door
away
back.
and then I'll dimension back.
Okay.
So pop away, pop back. Okay, bud. It's just you and me. We can just talk. We're gonna walk back from this because it was getting a little too crazy.
You didn't need to kill it.
I know. I wanted to just talk.
Why would he just kill it?
Because that's what he does. He just jumps the gun a lot. We're working on that. It's a work in progress.
He kills things like that without thinking about it, and you love him?
It's not as easy as you make it sound.
Oh, it seems pretty easy to me.
He's done that his whole life. Just don't think about it.
Sorry, put 1 second.
Yeah.
Sorry about that. Why? Does he just hate everything?
No, he doesn't.
That
I promise.
just because it might do harm to something?
I don't quite understand his whole threat assessment system.
Preacher, yeah. Burnt a few roofs. It set a few fires, but I put it out. I always put it out. But that living creature, and he didn't even care.
He's never had to care before. We're the first people, Twain, Keggy, Diaz, me, I think. We're the first people he's ever had to care about. He's never had anything to lose before.
I don't understand people. I don't understand any of you. I understood my life before. It was simple. I spent my whole time putting out, sometimes literally.
Yeah, me too, a little bit.
I just don't. I don't know if I can trust him if he would do that.
I need you to try.
If I start burning too again, is he gonna shoot me?
I won't let him.
So you choose me over him?
I'm scary.
If it comes down to it?
I won't make that promise. But I'll try. Okay?
Okay.
That's what I'm gonna give you. Because I'll be very, very honest with you. The only person I've ever chosen over anybody has been me. Every time. Except Twain once. Can you handle that?
Yeah. I don't think he understands it, really. Things that destroy, do it because it means things can grow. He just destroys because that's who he is. And I walk away.
He's not a destroyer. I promise.
Okay. Are you walking towards the ship, or are you just walking off?
I'm gonna walk to a bar.
Okay, okay. You go to the bar, but Loki, where are you walking?
He's probably just gonna walk toward. Is there any trees near?
You can walk to some trees. There are some in the city, but there's more outside the city.
He'll walk outside the city then.
Okay.
Wherever he can see lots of trees.
Okay. You walk outside the city. Okay then.
I was gonna go get a few drinks and then go back to the ship.
Okay. You have your drinks, you feel nice and tipsy, you get back to the ship. It's probably about 9 o'clock in the evening. You kind of stumble in. What would you like to do?
Where the hell is Anton? Where is Anton?
Either in the room or the workshop.
He's gonna go look in the room first, because that's the floor above the workshop.
Nope.
I'm gonna go look in the workshop.
He wants witnesses.
Obviously. I might die today.
Gonna go look in the workshop.
To witness the murder.
Okay, so you walk to the workshop, you see Anton tinkering away?
Just super calm, actually. Super duper calm. Like, the calmness should be frightening.
He stops you before he says anything. All right, just let it loose. Come on.
I just want you to understand something. Total destruction is not equivocal with protection. And then I fucking walk away.
Okay.
He just sits there pondering what she says for a couple minutes and goes back to tinkering.
Now I'm gonna go have dinner with my younger brother. Because he
Okay.
probably should up at some point.
You get back upstairs and you do see Gadwin, but he's kind of been there for a good few hours. He's currently talking to Tarquin, and he's just kind of, waiting for you. But then you discover that he's been here for like most of the day.
Hey!
Hi. What took you so long?
There was an issue with a fire elemental, and it turned into some weird shit.
Oh, well, that sounds quite fun.
So you've met Tarquin?
Yes. I have. He's
So
quite.
come with me real quick. Come with me real quick.
Okay, sure.
I'm so sorry to pull you away from your conversation. I'll bring you back upstairs here in just a second. Come with me real quick.
Oh, okay. He begins to walk with you.
I lead him back downstairs.
Okay. He follows.
So, what do you... I understand if you're uncomfortable talking about this. The ship you served on.
Yes. What about it?
What are you comfortable talking about? Do you remember anybody in particular? Any, servicemen, ranking officers, prisoners of war?
I don't remember any of the prisoners. I remember some of the officers. I was serving under. Hang on. I actually have this note.
Oh!
I think I do. Okay. So he was serving under Captain Solinus. I don't know. It's got a lot of S's and O's. Yes. Mon D-E-R-U. And that was on the. I don't know what I think that was the Nymph. Yeah, that was on the Nymph.
Yeah, I think we sunk that one. Whoops.
Yeah. So I think that was it. I'm pretty sure that was his captain.
So, fun story. And it's kind of amusing to me that you don't remember any of the prisoners on that ship, because originally, prior to me seeing you on that ship, because, oh my god, what the hell, man. The original plan was to rescue one of the prisoners on that ship, and then I saw you and everything just kind of went sideways. And I'm just gonna like fling open the door to the workshop. That one.
Oh.
And point at Anton.
I mean, I guess I've seen him. Was he a prisoner?
Uh-huh. Yep, sure was.
Oh yeah, I remember him. I do remember him.
Anton, while tinkering, sets a pistol on the desk. So how's it been, bud?
Put it away. Right now.
I'm working on it.
No, no, you're not. I know for a fact you are not. You put that away right now.
But I'm working on it.
It wasn't on the table 5 seconds ago. Put it away.
Yeah, because I just got to the part where I'm gonna work on it.
Either you work on it right now or put it away.
He begins fidgeting with it. I will deception the shit out of this if I have to.
No, this is Gadwin. This is Gadwin. This is Gadwin just being like, should I come back another time?
No, I just need you to know that that's who I've been seeing lately. Literally.
Okay. Is
no hard feelings with the whole prisoner thing. Do it again and I'll shoot you.
Seriously, put that shit away. Now.
He looks down to the ground. He's like, well, yeah, that's good to know.
Oh my god. Oh my god. No, no, I'm not dealing with this. I'm gonna grab on Gadwin's shirt and just drag him into the workshop. I have had to put out one too many bullshit fires today because of your shit, and I'm going to point at Anton.
My shit.
Your shit. Your shit. Loki took off, and I don't know where he is right now because you shoot first, ask questions later.
It was burning the city.
I know this. How do we know it wasn't?
You just want me to let my home burn?
No. I want you to pause, consider your options, consider the best one, and go with that. Sometimes the best option isn't to shoot.
Yeah, it was.
No, not always.
You want me to just let it go so it can come back and do it better? Huh?
No. Do you even understand what Loki is?
No, none of us do.
He's part of that thing. It physically hurt him for you to do that.
And it physically hurt me to watch these people that are trying to rebuild their lives lose their progress.
Okay, and it also physically hurt him, and I'm going to point at Gadwin, for you to shoot your mouth off like that. So guess what you get to do?
Sleep on the couch?
No, you get to apologize, which is worse.
Stands up from the table. Looks at Gadwin, who is considerably taller than him. I'm sorry.
No.
It's been quite the shitty day. Or, well, afternoon.
I'm sorry for everything. I wish I was never in that situation to have to be a part of what happened before, but
it's
you
over.
can all rest easy,
so, yeah.
knowing Zafar's dead.
Okay.
Yeah. He puts his hand out to shake.
Clutches it, takes it.
Yeah. See? This is how this is supposed to be. And when Loki gets back, you two get to talk it out. I'm just going to leave them there.
Okay. Gadwin's kind of just As you walk out, Gadwin looks down. He starts kicking his foot on against the floor a little bit. Not saying anything. He kind of looks around a little bit.
So you having fun at Uno?
Yeah, it's alright. Learn some spells. Yeah. I'm gonna go. It's Lyra. She kind of pokes his head out the corner. She wants me to stay down here for a bit, doesn't she?
Probably wouldn't hurt. Have you tinkered before?
No, not really. What are you doing? He steps closer.
Just working through the bits and whatnot. Just organizing and cataloging.
He picks up something, has a look at it, puts it down. Oh, I'm more of a kind of more into like magical stuff. Pulls out a small book, flicks through pages. You see kind of arcane scroll, like symbols. Not really sure what they mean.
They are related.
I have no fucking idea what that is, but alright.
So the two of you kind of have this short bonding moment.
Fucking awkward bonding moment.
Very awkward. Anyone else doing anything this evening?
Just go wait up on the top for Loki to come back if he decides to come back.
Okay, you do see staggering back a dwarf, an angry dwarf.
Oh my god. An angry dwarf.
Bjorn, you make it back to the top deck. You see Lyra standing there.
I give her like this little dirty look, and then just proceed to walk to this this side of the deck.
Okay.
I stop at the railing for a second, realise that I kind of need to calm down, and then I walk over the edge of the boat, down the side of the boat and into the water for a couple of minutes.
I will kind of tip myself over the railing a little bit.
No, there's no falling. When you look over, you literally just see him walking down the side of the boat until he gets into the water.
That's beautiful.
I was gonna ask if you were okay, but never mind.
Okay. So as you walk down the side of the boat, stay in the water for a few moments, and then walk back up.
Come back up, not even across the underside of the boat, just back up the same side, and then just walk back on the deck.
Do you feel better?
Aye,
Okay.
wee bit, yeah.
No hard feelings? Maybe one or two?
I still wanted to kill the elemental myself.
I had zero control over that aspect.
Or at least just one tiny little hit, just a scratch.
Matt, you know, that part totally beyond my control. We got there at the same time.
What is with that new lad anyway? Loki? Loki?
Loki.
A little weird flyer boy.
His name is Loki. Call him
I say
weird,
little, he's actually taller than... Sorry, carry on. What?
I was going to say, call him Weird Fireboy around me, and I will rip your head from your shoulders. And
Oh, you tried to do that before. It didn't end well for the...
That was not an attempt.
No, it definitely was. It was the first time I introduced you to me. And my previous ship.
What? What are you talking about? I mean, I can try right now if you want to, but I'm still kind of tipsy from the bar, so I don't think it would go well for either of us.
Just
And
gets
also,
a big grin on his face.
like, are we friends like that? Do we just scrap for funsies?
He stands there and he thinks for a minute, and he goes, "Well, when I did meet you, the lot of you, the whole crew, of which no one seems to remember me anymore. There was a bit of a scrap to start with. And then we all became mateys, and then you guys said you had to go off and do some time travel stuff. And then didn't see you for a lot of years.
That actually makes way more sense than it should.
But all's in the past or future.
It's whenever it is. Focus on the now.
I takes another big swig from a flask in his and from a different pocket, and then puts that away.
Bjorn, hand me that.
He takes a different one out of a different pocket and then hands you that one. That's the guest one. It's got less of me around the rim.
Oh, thanks. I don't want you anywhere near me.
Takes a big bow. Does this weird, elaborate bow where he swishes his hat round, stands back up and goes, "As always, and as I always will be, your good friend Bjorn the Bloody." And he just sort of takes a walk downstairs and just heads Dave into the bowels of the ship.
I was gonna ask you for advice, but whatever.
If you say that as he walks past, he stops on the way there. If you can just say that.
Yeah,
He's not quite that brash.
He says that as she starts drinking the flask.
He's got so many at this point, he just leaves flasks to people. He stops, he turns around and... Aye?
So guess what I did today? 5 minutes ago.
Stands there and just pauses, looking really blankly.
I introduced my little brother, who is probably some kind of prodigy, I guess, to my significant other, which is a strange thing for me to say because I don't think I've ever done that before, and I'm pretty sure it's going to go horribly wrong because my significant other was a prisoner of war on the ship that my little brother, who is definitely some kind of prodigy, served on, and it's kind of terrifying and daunting because considering that most of us on this ship are considered heroes of war, what the hell do I do if this all goes wrong?
He just chuckles, he's obviously laughing, he takes his hat off, scratches his deep purple bandana, and then puts the hat back on, and he's like, the same thing you've always done. Muddle through it.
What?
The same thing any of us can do. Have a drink. And one day it might make a nice story. At
Did it make a
least
good
you've
story now?
introduced someone to your significant other.
Did you have a significant other, Bjorn?
I still do.
Tell me. No, you gotta tell me. You gotta tell me. I've apparently kicked your ass at some point. You have to tell me.
Let me just check how many years ago this was in my... shit, okay. So... roughly... so roughly 100 years ago, I met a lovely lass. Before all the whole pirate business. Well, probably more than 100 years ago now, thinking about it. But anyway, Meadow, you've really long past. We had a lot of good times, a lot of bad times.
Bless you.
Even had a child. Not that I stuck around to see the child. Unfortunately, I'm a man who married the sea.
Bless you. Your cat keeps sneezing. Bless you.
Hayayashi's not here, okay?
And all I can say is, you should never make the same mistakes that I did.
I don't know where to start with that one. You know what? I'm just gonna drink. She's just gonna finish that flask and hand it back. So good friend Bjorn.
Yeah.
Now that I've had more to drink in my system, I'll say this. I understand that your wife, your love and your lady was the C-E. Why did you get married in the first place?
It's just a figure of speech. I didn't actually marry the sea.
Yeah, you know what, dude? I'm kind of smart. I understand some things. I understand it was a figure of speech.
Oh. Oh, you mean the lady?
Yeah,
Oh.
the actual person. The thing with a heartbeat.
She meant a lot to me at the time.
Does she still mean things to you now?
When I'm sober,
What about when you're drunk, dude?
normally the thoughts don't exactly fit together long enough to remember. And I do love
But
getting
when
3
they
sails to the
do-
wind.
Okay. Ooh, shit, that's drunk stuff. But when they do,
I mean,
look at my cute face. Don't tell me a lie, I'll know.
as far as you can tell, he's blushing a little bit, but there's that much beard and hat in the way. I suppose she does tend to she has felt there used to be, well, it does feel like there's a part of me that is missing. I suppose she used to feel that.
Used to?
Still does, woman. I'm not used to talking about. Just sort of stamps his little feet a little bit. Don't laugh. I'm an angry dwarf.
I'm sorry. I've been drink. You gave me a drink. I can't. I'm sorry.
All these people trying to talk about feelings. Nothing but sons and daughters of biscuit eaters, and he just storms off.
I have done nothing but talk about feelings all day. It's what I have done for the past 12
just
hours.
does this hand motion as he storms off under the deck.
Bjorn, come on, man. We were getting somewhere. You were so close to a breakthrough.
Literally moments later, you could just start hearing sea shanty. Yeah, brain top man. As skippers come from that place.
Okay.
It's almost like he's forgot about it straight away.
So, is there anyone else doing anything for the evening? No?
Just real quick.
Mm-hmm.
I just want to pop off another sending to my my father,
Okay.
and just like real Kurt, real quick. You alive?
You get back. Do you get back a sending?
Yeah, they can send a response.
Yeah, you get back like the most disgruntled. Oh, so you're still like you're still thinking about me? Yeah, I'm fine.
I-
You kind of thing.
I will send another sending. Just like, no, worried about other people and Evershine in general. It's not always about you.
He just replies saying, "Evershine's fine. Bye."
Yeah, that's it. That's all I got.
If Loki doesn't, if Loki doesn't show up after an hour or two, I'll just go to bed.
Okay. As you kind of stay up waiting for Loki, nothing. Okay. So you all go to bed. You all have a good night's sleep. Bjorn, can you roll a perception check, please?
I let me just make sure I'm clicking the right one. Perception. That should be a right. It's a minimum, so it's under 9. So that's a roll of 10. So it's 21.
21. Okay. Cool. Cool. So you all go to sleep. We shall pick up next week from here. As you now have Fort Lestract in your possession, you've still got a few kind of quests that you haven't kind of looked at yet, so I don't know if you need reminding of those. Guys?
Which quests
Actually,
are those?
before Lyra goes to bed, can she actually start kind of reading through the one book that did remind me, because I totally forgot on my way home? Can she start reading through the one book she took from LaRue's temple?
Sure. That's perfect. That's totally fine. That book is mainly burned, but it's kind of just some religious texts that still remain. But it's still nice to have some kind of a symbol from this land, or that land. But yeah. So as a quick reminder, Twain, you've still got the treasure map.
Yep. Yeah.
I and I pretty much covered everything else in this session, actually. Yeah.
Go team.
So